1. We're live. I think I just lost. We went live and I lost my stupid side camera. You piece of garbage. I swear. This happened.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. It's all cool. Actually, I think I can do stuff live on the fly. We're live right now.
Okay.
Hey, guys. This is Ori. You might have heard of him.
So, Crewmaru.
We're going to be talking, and I'm probably going to be working. So as soon as Ori starts talking, I'm just going to turn my Dremel on over his voice so you can't hear a word he's saying.
That's fair.
Ooh, I don't know
That's
if you saw this, dude. The gift that Clayton, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That's super cool.
This is, I mean, I say Clayton. This is from Ashley. She's...
Okay.
Yeah,
Clayton
man.
didn't do it.
Dude,
Clayton wrapped it.
Ashley is the best, man. She's crazy. Let me make sure I've got mine. Oh, where's my chat at? Now I gotta make sure I view the chat. There it is off to the side. Oh my gosh.
Everyone say hi.
Look at all these people. Julian, Ride With Us. Oh, Ride With Us. That seems like a new name. Welcome. Christina Fuentes. Rob the Plastic Hour says, I've waited all day. Finally.
The time is at hand. You're going to be so disappointed. It's just me.
And of course, Samurai Chris says, sup, fellas? Hi, Chris. Glad you're here. Let me, I'll log into this and go to Instagram, follow.
Clayton didn't even wrap it.
No, he didn't. Actually, the bags were really funny, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were funny. They said, like, just what you always wanted, unless you wanted something really nice. And then the other one said, regifted, not regifted as far as you know. I was like, oh, these are fantastic.
We love honesty.
Mm-hmm. Where are you at on here? Where's the OreOmega? Not OreOmega stuff. Let's just clear the air real quick.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's clear the air on Ori's name real fast. It's OreOmega. He's not a cookie. I just need you guys to know that.
Yeah, you can call me Oreo if you're related to me, if you're dating me, or unless I tell you can.
Don't call him. Look. Julian said, you look so young. How old are you? I don't think you need to know that.
It's none of your business. old enough to buy you a beer, Julian. unless you're also young, then I'm not buying you anything.
He's too young. You might get yourself in trouble.
I'm 25. Old enough.
He's already, yeah. He's got such attitude.
Yikes. That's what the kid in the trench coat and the cap in the bar says whenever the bouncer walks in.
Old enough. Like, this is how you make sure they don't ask you again how old you are. Check your ID. Just give them attitude.
One alcohol, please.
Yeah, one normal human alcohol beer, please.
Yeah. No, I'm 25 years old.
He's not done kicking ass yet.
I'm a baby.
He threatened me, and that's why he's on the show.
I got dinner.
Look, I still haven't opened it, and I'm like questioning whether I'm going to
take it back.
Yeah, let's take it back. I'm like, why did I ever do this?
17 years old. I'm not buying you a beer.
Man,
I'll buy you a root beer.
There it is. You almost got yourself in trouble. Is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just kind of.
There you go. You're getting situated. I saw your whole room's covered in your haul, isn't it? Your birthday haul.
Bruh, did you see that? That was nuts.
Yeah, man. I didn't realize how much stuff you got. I wouldn't have gotten you anything. I knew you already had like a whole room full of toys.
But the boat made me actually shoot a photo.
Yeah.
And it was great, dude. I couldn't believe I put like Ash's hand on the wheel. I'm like, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, this stupid camera is gonna keep going out on me, isn't it?
Are you gonna do the thing where you like suspend it from your ceiling with like fishing wire?
No. Oh, well. No. No, I'm not going to do
Make
that.
it look like the pirate ship from Neverland.
No. my lost plunderlings.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lost
What's up?
Plunderling boy.
What's up, Goober? Goober's 24, just in case you wanted to know.
I did. I've been waiting all day. I've been waiting all day to know how old Goober
I've been
is.
waiting all day. Well, now you know. Man, I'm going to have to paint this one. Oh, I don't have any water, do I? I know I got the squeakiest chair on the freaking planet. I tried to juice it up before I went into Wade's. I got a can of WD-40 over here by me, and it's still like...
Still creaking.
I hate it. God, it bothers me.
You know that one of my favorite bits in King of the Hill is when Hank's at a hotel and he's opening a door and it's squeaky, so he pulls out WD-40, but then like the can of WD-40 is also squeaky, so he pulls out a smaller WD-40 can.
That's my grandfather, man. I'm like, oh, I got something for that. I'm like, how do you...
Yeah.
How? How do you even have that?
Yeah.
Where do you buy such a small can?
He made it.
Yeah, I made it. You made it?
I made it myself.
So I did get something in today.
Okay.
Which I thought I would share. Here it comes.
Roll.
Here it comes.
Hey, he did it. He did it.
It's not stopping. We did it.
Oh, only 3, huh?
Only 3. But I've got a Nokia on the way and
Okay.
Okoye. Yeah.
Okay, so that counts. Okay, so you got 6, like I told you you should.
Well, I got 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah. Nokia and Okoye coming. And then I think that's as far as I got. I'm really upset though. I really wish I had M'Baku, like badly. But
Yeah.
I think I could probably just buy them online. That's what I did with Okoye, because I got rid of them.
Single carded too, for Black Panther 2. Unless you just really attached to that first movie design.
Oh, no! Well, heck, I'll do that. Man, these face scans on the door are pretty dang nice.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Dang, dude. Yeah, okay, I'm really excited about this. Yeah, for those of you who didn't see, I ran across a really cool, I guess you'd call it a dio piece. It was from the Far Cry, I don't know if it's 4. Oh, yeah, it's 4. It literally says it. This is where it's from.
What game is this from again?
Yeah, actually, yesterday. So it's kind of cool. I bought this for my Black Panther. So as you can see, he sits proudly on his throne here, which looks dope. But it came with all these weapons all over it, which didn't make sense at all, obviously, for T'Challa. Yeah. But check it out. I was able to put so all of his extra accessories are back here, and then I was able to fit I took all the weapons off, and they're really nice. They're really nice weapons. They just need a little bit of modding. They fit. They're 6-inch scale, and they fit. And then there's like grenades that were on there, which are pretty nice. There's a here's a you won't be able to see it, but yeah, there's a machete.
That's
which is pretty dope. And then they've got, like I said, grenades. And then I was even able to take the dude's head and pieces from him, so I could. This is 6-inch scale, so if I wanted to mod this sad looking weird dude, I could do that. And I was able to get off these purple alligator dress shoes. It's so nice.
Dremel them out, put them on your mini Maru.
That's what Christine's like. Oh, you gonna put those shoes on you? I'm like, I mean, I can.
That other guy looks like he's made of cheese. That head, that's supposed to be made of cheese. Grade A Gouda.
That's what she would say. I know it. That's what she said about my Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it looks like Keanu was made from cheese. I'm like, oh my god, why are you so savage all the time? I got these. These are really cheap, but I got these little Ninja Turtle practice dummies. I think they went with these little. Cool. I think they were like some Fisher Price things. This
Yeah,
one
yeah.
though looks a little.
That's questionable.
It's a little suspect. When he came in the mail, I was like, oh no.
That's turtle practice, huh?
That's turtle power right there. But I thought these would look cool, like posed next to the little turtle figures. I don't know if you've. There's I got two kinds actually. They did one for the 2012, and they did one for the 2003 model. Like
little turtle pots.
Yeah, turtle tots.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, this thing, the Harry Potter kid is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, little Ron Weasley. I love his face.
It's funny, man. I could not get him to pose on this broom at all. So I just set him up on there like
hard candy shell. Yeah.
I had him swabbing the deck. That's what I put him on the boat.
He was kidnapped by the plunderling.
And he looks so confused and
do
sad.
their chores.
Yeah, he's sad and confused.
He's
Anyways, that's there. Stupid.
Did you know for the Turtle Tots, we're actually going to make, for the 2003, they were going to make a TV series about them, teaming up with their older versions.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. There was going to be like, so you're not, because you're making your way through 2003, aren't you?
Yeah, slowly.
Okay, there's an arc where they get sent to the future, and they team up with Casey and April's like great grandson, right?
Okay.
They're there for like a season or two, and then they get sent back, but somehow like the great grandson's like robot butler like travels back in time with them, so they're like back in the sewers. Yeah, but like like a byproduct of that, they're gonna be like, yeah, because of time travel, the turtles when they were babies were gonna get stuck in the the present, their older versions, and there's like concept art of like baby Ninja Turtles, and like adult Ninja Turtles like swinging through the city, and I'm like, oh my god.
But somebody was like, let's not do it. Sleep on it.
Yeah.
And see if you want to do it in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't want to do it.
Put down the bong. Let's sleep on it.
How about no? Also, I've got a few other ideas. He's not just smoking weed. This guy is on hard drugs.
Yeah.
He's on.
And then the turtles. And the turtle babies,
We're just the security slowly.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Dragging them out.
Get your hands off me! I've got good ideas.
I know where the door is.
Yeah, you're hurting my arm. So get him out of here. Yeah, Otaku Zero said, now you totally need that Fortnite shark. No kidding. I think everybody needs that Fortnite shark.
That whole new Fortnite line looks awesome.
It's crazy.
I know you aren't I know you hate memes in Fortnite, but
I hate memes.
Those new Fortnite figures look kind of good.
Yeah, no, they do, man. I'm definitely a fan of the Fortnite designs, man. I love this stuff. I can't front on a good design.
For sure. I'm definitely gonna get the not Catwoman and the fish guy.
Oh, yeah. I think the coolest thing about them is, like, so many of them fit in well. Like I said, especially after the IDW Turtle, like, when the bomb went off and caused, like, all of these mutants, like the mutant bomb or whatever, I'm like, it's fair game. Everything's fair game in that world, so I just put them on there. Just put them in there with them. It's great.
Some, like, Shredder Enforcers or Monsters or whatever.
Go for it, man. At that point, you can literally do whatever the heck you want. It's ridiculous. Danko Tooney said he finally owns the Super Shredder. What a figure. No kidding. Did you ever get a Super Shredder? The movie one?
I didn't.
Man,
no, I never did.
That's a cool figure. It really is a cool figure. I was pretty surprised, honestly. That was a pleasant surprise when that one came in.
You prefer like the black one or the purpley one? The one that's more movie accurate?
I kind of like the bright purple one more. But they both have their own I guess charm, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, they're
I feel
both.
Like the black. I feel like it's a little more realistic.
Yeah, yeah, and also it comes with a solid black.
But the purple one, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it comes with a solid black cape as well.
That's cool.
Man, this stinking. My poor camera over here just can't figure that life out. My little camera, my good camera, just keeps dying.
Yeah.
It hates
just looking in and out.
It hates
it's Monday.
Life. Yeah, it hates its life like a lot. Make it.
I do that.
I make it dance. Oh man, Josh Smith is in here. I really need to get that. Just I'm telling you, one of these days it'll
Actual
happen.
soundboard.
I'll get it a soundboard. It's just gonna be a one button, and it's only got that on it. It's for Josh, only for Josh. Because if I start giving everybody else sounds, and they're gonna have to talk to their friends, and then I gotta go do that, and I can't go outside because people are going, nah, I can't do that.
People already like swarm you.
Nah,
because
I can't.
You're like the guy.
I just can't deal with this. So it's only for you, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
Julian, I've been collecting since 2016 when I was a junior in college. The first figure was the Sandman Wave Miles Morales. Hasbro.
Is that what got you? Is that what did it?
What got me into like collecting? Like hard. Nah, so I had already made up my mind that I wanted to like have like a whole display of like Marvel characters or whatever.
Yeah.
But prior to that, like I was living in the dorms and there was like no room at all to like display as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I only collected pops and comic books and like art books and whatnot. And then I moved into my own apartment and I had just the one DTOF that was like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and then like etc. And then like junk on top. And so the first couple of figures I got, it was that Miles, the Civil War Black Panther, the Sentinel re-edit War Machine. So like all black characters to start off with.
That's awesome though.
Yeah. And
the fact that you actually had that to choose from, I think is awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And then, it was just a matter of like, I was like, I just want more.
Yeah.
So slowly expanded into, I think what I have now is enough for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, we keep getting and the fact that the figures keep getting better and better. I still like that. You said the Sandman Miles. Is that the young Miles, or was that?
Yeah, that's the Miles in the comic book outfit on that teen.
Yep.
Ultimate Spider body.
Yes, that's a great one. Yeah, I still have that one too. I love that figure. That and the Spider-Man.
Back when they packed in like all the hands you needed.
Yeah.
Figure.
And a head.
Yeah.
And he had that freaking head. I couldn't believe that. I was like, this is crazy. I did and I got that that Mafex Miles, which I really, really, really like. And then I popped the I haven't tried it yet, but I think this is gonna fit. This is the Marvel Legends head. So he's kind of got that.
People take the top links from the Mafex and put it on the Legends, and it looks really good.
Why would I do that?
Why
would I do that?
About this import to use as fodder for my Legend.
Yeah. What? I've heard people complain about that figure, and I don't get it. I don't get the hate.
Yeah,
I get that the. I think I was talking to when it was on Wade's stream, and he was talking, and you said it too. You're like my only complaint is the shorts.
Shorts, yeah.
And even then,
it looked like the shorts I wore in high school, like 3 sizes too big. Like other than that, no, you're like you're saying, it's solid. It's a really nice figure.
Yeah.
The proportions are on point too. They're like, he's too skinny. I'm like, watch the movie again. He looks like that.
Literally looks like this. Even the Legend is is really skinny. Like
the Legends one, I think they took like the Black Series approach, where they take like the cartoon characters and try to make them fit a little bit more with the like more realistic line. You look at that face, and that's not 100% what he looks like in the movie, but it's similar.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely see it. It's weird too, because I think the weirdest thing about this is the fact that the Mafex gave you this awesome like smile.
Yeah.
And then Legends
looks so sad.
The saddest kid. But I'm glad that happened because now I can swap them out.
Right.
It's weird too that the skin tones differ so greatly as well.
That's another issue I have with the Mafex. Like it's
light.
If you look at the movie, his skin is a little bit more like saturated, I guess. There's like a bit of red with the brown in his skin, but like the Mafex is like
he looks
pretty
dead.
Dark. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally looks like he's almost going black and white. Like desaturated. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And this with a little bit of like probably some sticky tack, but yeah, the head You have
It's
to
real good.
you have to raise it just enough to where it fits right. But this worked with the Peter B as well. So that's really freaking cool
Yep.
to get some extra accessories.
Yeah.
And a stilt man. You know.
I remember when you were like, I'm happy with the Legends Peter B. I was like, nah hold on. I broke it out in front of you and just started messing with it.
Instantly sold. Like I was sold probably in 5 minutes that I was like, I need to buy that Peter B. And now it's easily one of my favorite figures in my collection. And I was this Marvel Legends Peter B is trash.
Compared.
I hate him. Like even the more I even picked it up not too long ago, and I was like, I despise this figure.
Like, God. Look, Hasbro tried.
They did. I mean, honestly, for $20, it's good.
It's fine. That's what you give to like your kid, you know?
Yeah, they could have so much fun with that figure. Yeah,
for sure. And that's like the cool thing about Legends too. You can like mess with them, bend them, break them, whatever you want, and like they're pretty durable.
Yeah, that's funny. Rob the Plastic Hour saying like everyone try to remove the animation line from his forehead.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
it does look like a scratch in the paint though.
Yeah, so many reviews pointed that out, and I'm like, it's supposed to be a wrinkle. It's an animated figure. I don't know.
Yeah, and Mafex doesn't give it to you.
Yeah, they're just like, well, if Hasbro can't perfect the technology, neither can we.
But even like the Mafex one, he's like this, like he's like smiling, his eyes are open. So I don't know if that means there's more of a wrinkle or less than a wrinkle. Seems like there'd be less of one anyway, so maybe it does make sense.
Sure.
Clockwork Orgy says, does the Mufex soups have an arm issue? I had a couple of friends that have a left arm falling off from the bicep. I have seen a lot. I've seen a lot of issues with that thing already. I've seen waist breaking. I have seen elbows breaking. I think I've seen the bicep twist off. I think I got lucky. He's the first one I think that I got from Mafex that the body felt like a Storm Collectibles figure where it does this business.
Oh, the little
which is
like really tight.
Oh, it's terrifying. This one doesn't feel like it's gonna break, but it's still every time I move it, I'm like, it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I'm like, oh god.
My legs were that way on mine.
Oh, no
Just
kidding.
Like hella tight. Yeah.
Also, I found the. Sounds like something's going on outside. That sounds absolutely terrifying. I don't know what it is. I found the pinball box set for the Ninja Turtles, which was really cool. And then, let's see if I can get my camera to fire up here. But let's see if this is this. Do you see this right here? Let me.
Oh yeah. That's no good.
It is a gigantic gap right here where the.
It's no good at all.
Yeah, look at that. It's completely split.
Battle damage.
Yeah, looks like his shirt. Like he was like, "Yeah, I could fit a small."
Yeah.
And it just split up the middle. I'm like, "Oh no!" Like it's so, and you can even see like.
I haven't gained quarantine weight.
Right, you can literally see the glue lines, like the glue lines that have stretched, like the like mozzarella from pizza. I'm like, what? Sucks, man. I'm like, really? And there's no way to like close that in.
I like that Toon Shredder more when I got the Splinter it. Like that Splinter just elevated that Shredder so much because I got him facing off on the shelf.
Yep. This one's really, really cool. I just hate that this side is splitting right here, but I love the Toon Shredder. I think it could be fixed, but it's like, man, really? Like for something that's like just gonna be that rare and hard to find. And I was like, I don't know if I want to open this up or not. And I opened it up. I'm like,
let's see what happens.
Well,
could have just gone the rest of your life just being like, it's perfect in the box. I don't need it.
It's fine.
Be validated.
Like, why did I even get this stupid thing if I'm not gonna open it up? Ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that happened, but it seems like
good, man.
Just a fun old Mafex or a NECA mistake.
They're all the same.
So upsetting. so incredibly upsetting. I got him out. And I was messing with him on Wade's stream.
Yeah.
And that's when I noticed it. And I was like, cool. I didn't even say anything about it. I was just like disappointed with him in my hands.
Wade's just talking, looking at the stream, and then he looks over at you, just like a single tear rolling down your face. Like, you good, man? Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Are you crying? Why would a grown man cry on a stream in front of hundreds of people?
It's a toy, man. I don't understand.
Freaking out. All right, let me see.
I haven't cried over toys, but I've definitely gotten like extremely pissed whenever like one breaks, especially one I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. What is his name? Like that Rocksteady or Bebop. That Bebop that fell.
Oh yeah.
And, like his leg snapped. I was like, God.
That's it. I'm done.
I'm done. Well, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm getting a runner rug underneath.
Yep.
The furriest, shaggiest carpet you can imagine. I should be able to jump like hundreds of stories and like land on this and be okay.
I'll be fine.
Good.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. What was it? Somebody was telling me that I think it was somebody in our chat group, but they were talking about like something was on their wall and it just broke. Like it was just sitting there, like in the package, or not even on the package. Yeah. It was just sitting on the shelf, and it was like broke. It just broke. I would have to find out what figure that was because that cracked me up. I'm like, what?
McFarlane figure.
Yeah, more than likely an old McFarlane figure just broke, just fell over.
Don't those and the old DC like direct figures, they like disintegrate in the packaging?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Hey, what's up, the Sunny Channel? Welcome.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I mean, you talked about that. Like the old, I think of the old Toy Biz Venom and Morbius. They had these rubbery like faces, and you press a button in the back, and the reason why is because their jaws could like chomp.
That's
Over
cool.
time, you want to see a nightmare. Those figures turned into complete disasters. Like it was just like
melting off.
Yeah, literally just like coming off of their face. I'm like, oh god.
Venom that could work.
No,
you know?
It did not look good on him. It didn't. It looked horrible.
That's as close to a Marvel zombie figure that you're gonna get.
Yeah, no kidding. I was like, dude, I actually had both of those figures too, but I got rid of them before any of that happened. I had no idea that I was dodging a bullet when that occurred. Sorry, I'm trying to get some repair stuff over here. I've got a big old box that came in from overseas.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Bunch of cool new toys?
It's got a bunch of broken stuff in it. Just a bunch of... I think there's like a Berserk figure in this, and...
Right.
I shouldn't have a hard time finding things like that, but I do.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You need like a little one of those like mail chute things. You press a button and like a chute like sucks up a toy from your inventory.
Bruh, no kidding. Like
that
would be perfect for me. Oh, here it is. It's literally... I can't find it because it's under more work. So I'm getting ready because I've been like organizing and getting things boxed up and getting ready for the old Maru garage sale coming up.
Yep. Can't wait.
I think it's gonna be cool. Christine's ready to help out.
What would you say the majority of the stuff you're selling is, or is it kind of just like literally evenly spread?
I think there's gonna be a ton of. I think there's gonna be a lot of Marvel Legends in it.
Yep.
For sure. And then I'll have some modded Todd McFarlane figures, and I think it's gonna turn into a thing where, with me, when that usually happens, is I'll sell one thing, and if things start selling well, if it starts going well, then other things will start being thrown into the mix. I'll be like, well, does somebody want this? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, cool, here we go.
I'm running out of things.
Yeah. Like that's what the whole point is for me, to get rid of stuff. So usually, a lot of people like that want to make money or want to sell some of their stuff, but they're just apprehensive. Like, wow, but how can I get rid of stuff? I guarantee you, once you sell, like make the first 2 or 3 sales, like when you pull the Band-Aid off, so to speak, it's so easy.
Right. Yeah. They're like, I don't even need any of these. Get your whole room's empty.
Well, and the coolest thing is, like, here's the thing. You can always rebuy something. Will you pay triple, quadruple? Maybe. But you can always rebuy something if you really want to rebuy something. I mean, unless you know something's, like, almost impossible. I found something I don't have the other day, and there's no way I'm getting it.
What do you want?
Oh, bro, it's... Let me start by saying it's a Funko Pop.
Okay.
Apparently, it's a super exclusive SDCC Conan O'Brien dressed as Aquaman.
Ooh.
Yeah. I want it. And then I was like, oh, I saw the price. So somebody sent me a Instagram picture.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a Aquaman collection that rivals mine, for sure.
Okay.
For definite, if not, I bet you anything he has more stuff than me. Didn't have the Imaginarium statue over here, so got that one on him. But I was like, dude, this guy's a super fan.
Yeah.
He was a super fan, so I thought it was just awesome to see, honestly.
The plot twist, it's all Momoa Aquaman stuff.
Yeah, he did have. He had everything. He had everything from Momoa to that. But then I looked over and I saw this like Conan O'Brien one. He did like a post. He's like, "Oh man, luckily my friend's always thinking about me when he sees some Aquaman." I saw it and I'm like, "Oh, I want that." And I went to eBay and I was like, "Oh no." It was like $200, $300.
Oh wow.
I'm like, "No, Funko Pop people are crazy." Man.
I mean, you know, just sacrifice like 4 imports for your one static pop Funko.
I'm not doing that ever. Man, somebody sent me this 12-inch Berserk figure.
Okay.
And like, man,
what's it covered in?
Dude, it's like the leather is like really it's coming off, you know?
Oh, did he want you to fix the leather?
I hope not. There's nothing I could do with it.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of those ones where I never really told the guy to send it to me yet, and then he sent it to me. I was like, oh, I'm not ready for work.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, this is... I mean, it's like just...
Why is it all sticky?
Dude, it's like just...
Oh, gross.
I mean, like all the leather's just coming... Like, all I gotta do is touch this stuff, and it's like flaking off.
Yeah. You're like, on the plus side, I fixed your figure. On the other side, it's naked now.
Yeah. Gosh, all of the... We'll see what happens with that one. I think I said I'd have to see it in hand, and he sent it. I'm like, no, wait, wait, hold on. I didn't mean send it. I was just like, like one of those, I'd have to see it. And he sent it.
Yeah. And he's like, I'll do you one better. I'll send it to you.
I'll send it, because this came from the UK, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this looks like we got that, and then there's there's a Hush Batman. Golly, completely in the box. 100 complete. I always tell people, like, you don't have to send the whole figure and everything, but anyways.
Well, I feel like if you've already broken it, you're like, I don't want to risk like
anything
popping
else.
it apart and breaking it more.
Yeah, I don't blame some people. Even Corey said that. He's like, sometimes it's just easier for people so they don't like misplace anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which, cool. It's whatever. So every time I get it, I'm like, gosh, it takes up so much room. It's just so much stuff. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. This is some... Boy, tape sure does love to stick to bubble wrap, doesn't it?
Just ship it back to them in pieces.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't fix it. It's worse than what it was. Oh, is it? That's weird. Oh, man. Nothing bothers me more whenever I forget what I spoke to somebody about. And I get something in and I'm like, what am I doing with this? what exactly? Like sometimes sometimes it's usually pretty obvious, but
right.
I don't know I don't know. And then this just looks like, if you can, I have no idea I think every hand, there's like hands in here that are wrapped. There's like something like a...
He added parts to it that didn't come with the figure. I like how everything's individually wrapped though. That's so considerate.
Yeah, it's really nice. I can't wait to unwrap all of that. If you're watching, thank you. That's gonna be fun. I think this is the dude's sword. I'm pretty sure this is what I was supposed to repair, and he went ahead and said,
What is in the figure?
look at the size of this thing.
He's like, hey, this guy's sword's broken. Let me send you the figure.
Yeah, he's like, hey, if you can. He's like, do you know how to reattach fabric? I'm like, no, not really. I spoke to Harker Customs about it, and he told me a few like tricks or whatever that I could use. So I guess if it comes down to it, but I'm like, man, I'll have to hit him up again and be like, dude, the freaking leather's disintegrating right in front of me. Like, it literally looks like one of those, I don't know if you ever had any of the old Marvel Legends, like, from Toy Biz, because I know you started collecting pretty late on, but they, like, fake leather, like, they had, there was a Gambit that had a brown leather coat back in the day, and then there was, a Punisher or two that had and Blade, the Wesley Snipes Blade.
Okay.
Like, those, they had these, faux leather, jackets, and man, over time, they just
not held up.
No, it's just like they just crumble away. It flakes off. That's the word I'm looking for. Just like extremely flaky.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
basically every Mezco collector's worst nightmare.
Yes, exactly. Jeez, dude, look at that thing.
That's crazy. That's real nice.
God dang. Yeah, it is pretty dang nice.
I haven't had any flaking on any of my Mezco yet. The worst that's happened is like that Captain America, the modern day Cap. Yeah, the scales come off. I put him in a pose where like he was holding his shields up like this for like a week, and I was like, oh, let me change that, and then, like they were all flaking off. I had to like glue each individual one down.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I had to fix one for Darius once, and I was like, this thing. First off, this thing arrived with some of the scale like already off, and he's like, yeah. He's like, that's all right. And I was like, I have to fix the I think the shoulder broke on it. So I was like, dude, the shoulder's broke. So since the shoulder's broken, that means I have to pull the shirt like literally like down like this.
Yeah.
So I could get to the shoulder. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing this without these scales coming off. Like these are gonna. He's like, that's fine. I was like, okay. I did everything I could, but man, I was just like sweating the whole time I was doing it. I was like, you've just got to fix on the first time, because if you don't,
right,
like that's gonna be just a nightmare for me. And it was just so scary, man. The whole time I'm working with this thing, I'm like watching those like little pieces would flake off anytime I like moved it. I'm like, come on, Mezco.
Oh, no.
So it makes me real nervous, like with my Aquaman. I try not to even put, like, he's barely posed over there. He's like that's it. Yeah. I feel like they did a better job with that one, which I would hope so. But then it's like after I got that Black Skull Mezco in, and it's the same boot articulation, I was like, no.
Well, that whole Rumble Society line is like where they do the majority of their reuse. Like literally, they just like dye some cable armor black, and then they slap a bug head on it. $100.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I feel like they put more effort and thought into the property stuff, but like their Rumble Society stuff is like cheaper to make.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get why they're doing it, but these will look nice on the. They're gonna look nice on the shelf.
Ooh.
Those
magnets?
Yeah, the little discs. Actually, they're pins, but yeah, they do have magnets in them too. So you can like
that's cool.
Just put it under your shirt and it clips on without putting a hole in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I found these the other day. I bought these for my birthday before I like bought a bunch of stuff for my birthday.
Pre-birthday present.
Yeah, these were the pre-birthday presents that came in.
Like a whole week.
Oh, I didn't tell you. My buddy Min sent me a link today to GameStop's having a sale, and the Ant-Man helmet replica is on sale from $100 to $35.
Yeah, snatch that up.
It's already on its way. I already bought it. Like there was no thinking about it. I was like, oh, well, that's easy. Thanks.
Yeah. I only have 2 replicas: Cap, Shield, and Mjolnir.
See, I would like both of those. I think I have like a Mega Man Buster, and then I still don't have like a Trident though. Christine actually bought me a 3D printed one, but it didn't turn out the way.
Isn't it the little kid one?
No, I do have that one though. That stupid thing. No, she got me a 3D printed one it was actually pretty cool, but then it felt like there was a lot of work to it. It was like, so I went and got the PVC pipe for it, and I had everything there. I had to JB weld it in. I was like, all right, this is looking pretty good. And then it fell over and it broke. Like the piece just broke off before we even got paint. She's like, this isn't even what I wanted. Don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, crap.
Cool.
I was like, all right, yeah, I won't mess with it. I'm sorry. She's like, no, it's not your fault. This is not what I want. It's cheap. It's not what I thought it was. I was like, oh, it was like 3D printed. So she's like, no.
Oh.
She was not happy with it. Yeah, so I don't have a Trident replica at all. I think that's literally the only replica I have is like those cheap Hasbro Ghostbusters, like the Ghost Trap and the PKE meter. The PKE meter is pretty dope though. But
yeah, I've also got the Thanos' gauntlet, and then that talking Deadpool head. I guess if you want to count that as one. It's 1/1 scale, so
I would say anything 1/1 scale. That's a replica. That's a replica head.
Right.
So yeah, that definitely works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like how Hasbro's like delving more into like affordable animatronics.
Yeah. That Eye of Agamotto is insane.
I pre-ordered that.
Oh, is it already up?
Yeah, man. It was like $50.
That's
and Doc Strange is one of my favorites in the comics and in the movies too. So I was like, I gotta.
Yeah, that is really, really cool. Dude, they're no joke, man. Look at this. That V-Toys body came in no time.
Oh, dope.
Dang,
what are you trying to make out of that?
I don't know yet. I wanted to get one before they were gone because I messed with Anthony's. And I'm like kind of one of those things where like when the idea hits, I want to have the body so I don't lose the inspiration the motivation that I've got. I was like, oh yeah, I'll mess with that. But I don't know. I like, I'm kind of a sucker, like I said, just for like looking at the engineerings of different types of figures because it honestly helps me in repairs.
Right.
Just like I picked up that Harry Potter kid and I'm like, man, this is so cool. Like to have like, it's just such a small, like it's literally, it's a child figure. So it's like, man, it's so cool to see like that kind of articulation and what's changed because there's definitely some differences in it that I've seen. And I don't know, I was really, really disappointed with the like I said, the range trying to get him to like just grip the broom. I'm like, you can't, it's like, it's on the back of the package. He's riding this broom, but then I'd like get it in hand. I'm like, I can't. Why am I having I shouldn't be struggling trying to do this? Or I'd do it and his hand will pop off or his arm will pop off. I'm like, okay.
That's what annoys me so much. Just not even with imports, just the figures in general. If I can't replicate the poses on the box art,
Yep.
Like especially with female like Hasbro, Marvel Legends, like Psylocke, she's like in a pose like this or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah, she's like,
dynamic
she can wash
pose,
a window.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's so
just like trying to pose her up.
What are you doing, Psylocke? Bets. What are you doing?
X-Men assemble.
What are you doing? You look like an idiot. It's just her by herself doing the song.
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't doing this. No.
No.
Chris Jordan says he's trained himself to pose Mezco Gambit once a month. I just get in there and kind of.
Man, I was pissed because I looked at it like a month ago. I barely moved the thing, and then like I look under his like armpit, and there's like it's pulling apart a little bit. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. I sold mine. I got rid of him. I'd taken him out once, and I was like, I can't wait for the Mafex. I was like, I like that one, and I really like the Revo. The Revo has some of the coolest fun factor. Like you can get him in that where his like hands are crossed, and the jacket's up. Just like, I think it's funny because I'm not a giant Marvel versus Capcom player. I always thought that I always really liked the designs and the gameplay is fun and all, but I just was never really honestly. I'm good at some fighting games, but I was never really good at that one because I didn't put the time in. But when I see those, I know I played it way more than I should have for somebody who wasn't good at it. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, those poses are iconic. Like,
Yep.
I can hear all the proton cannon, all that stuff that comes out, and I'm like, man, these figures were meant and made for Marvel versus Capcom fans. The Revos are straight up.
Yeah. I just spam Berserker Barrage over and over. So
yeah,
that gets right into
Reddit card. I'm like, jeez, stop. I remember one time I was playing the computer. I want to say I was at like Six Flags, or I think it might have been Six Flags, and they had it there, and I was playing it. I was just having a blast. I was like, man, I beat like 3 of the computer players. I was like, I'm on it. Dude comes up next to me. He's like, puts a quarter in. I'm like, and
what are you doing here?
Annihilates me.
Yep.
Just to completely destroy me. And doesn't say anything. He didn't say anything. He just left. And I was like, or I left because he beat me.
Yeah.
And he kept playing. And I was like, I think that dude just stole my quarter. Like, he put in the quarter, but he got to keep playing.
Yeah.
And then he took over from where I was fighting. I'm like, huh.
He's like, thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
No, bruh.
That's not cool.
No,
man.
thank you for you.
Were you embarrassed? Were you just like? Were you just?
I was just mad. I was
pissed?
like, I know I wasn't good at the game, but he like stepped up, and I'm like, no.
That reminds me of a time when my buddy and I were playing basketball in college, and then like these, like I'm not that good. I'm okay. Like, but then he's like 3 dudes. They're like, want to play some 3-on-3? And I was like, and they destroy us. And then as soon as they win, they leave.
Wow.
Bye.
Good game. Whatever.
Yeah, good game for you. Then we all had fun, right? It wasn't fun.
None of us had fun that got beat really bad.
Yeah.
Like, that was awful for all of us.
All the winners had fun.
You're all sweating.
Yeah.
Good game, guys.
Take 5.
Yeah.
Take 5.
All right, shirts versus skins. Man, that guy's got like an 8-pack.
Got abs on top of abs.
Yeah, we're doing street rules, by the way. So some of y'all might get hurt.
I'm out. It's like Kramer and Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm too pretty to play this game, guys. I don't want to do it. I can't be doing this. It's not gonna happen. So yeah, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I wanted to get that because I wanted to make a Kingdom Come Superman off that body.
I mean, it's there for it's. This thing is like one of the best proportion. I would love to make a Steve Rogers out of this.
Yup.
Man, this thing is crazy nice. It comes with like.
Is that his build, or is it too jacked to be Steve?
I don't think it's too jacked to be Steve. This could work as Punisher and Superman.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it depends on the. Because I think of the Marvel or the Mezco cap, and that cap was seemed pretty broad. He's broad.
Pretty, yeah, he's broad boy.
Yeah, and this guy's
Broad
like, I think,
body.
not as broad. He's just kind of got a streamlined look to him.
Okay, real cool.
He's built. God dang, this dude's strong. I love. This is my favorite part. He comes with like the extra lower halves. And these like these petite boots.
I'm gonna go kick some ass in my
moccasins. These are the short. Look at it. Like if I compare, like this is what is this? Like a Dragon Ball figure?
Yeah.
They're like almost the same size. These are the tiniest boots. He came in. He had the most petite feet I'd ever seen in my life. Very feminine step.
Describe your assailant. 6'2", 180 pounds, really muscular, tiny feet.
Size 6, most.
A women's size 6.
A women's size 6. He just came in like Twinkle Toad, literally just on top. Never seen anything like
coming.
I couldn't hear him. He was such a light step. Oh yeah, look at that, Chris Jordan. That's what he was asking. He's like, Ori, do you hoop for real?
I can play. I'm just not great. So if you want to feel really good and confident about your basketball abilities, call me up anytime. I'll do it.
I think that'd probably actually make me feel worse. I cannot ball.
So he will feel better about his abilities.
I have the worst. Like I can't. Like me and dribbling, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
You stick me in some baseball, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm a very white man. I'll try my hardest. I'll try. Hey man, good game. God, if it only wasn't for this bone spur, I got a torn meniscus in the knee.
The pollen in my eyes.
Yeah, you can definitely win at our excuses. That's really good. That's the one thing you've got.
Yeah. I can run my mouth up and down the court.
Yeah. Oh, I'll talk. You want to talk some shit? I'll talk shit all day long.
Absolutely.
Now that I'm good. I'm real good at that. That's actually, you know what's funny? That's how I beat a lot of people at Mortal Kombat Online or any fighting game. I make them laugh.
Oh, okay.
You try to make them laugh. You try to be silly with them, and they get to laughing, and they get distracted. And you're like, bah! Punch them. And you're just like, oh man, this is fun. And then they start getting mad though.
Yeah.
Because then they've lost a few. They've lost too much.
And on top of that, you're spamming.
Yep.
You found that one move. You're just grappling them over and over.
Man, the Injustice 1 Aquaman where he's like, ah, with his freaking.
Oh
like,
God,
nope, you're done.
No, and then it was either Superman or Shazam who had like laser or something from like far away.
Yep.
Any character with long range attacks, you're just like stop it.
Oh man, like putting Deathstroke in the game was a good idea.
But like, look, if you were a superhero in real life and you had the one good move and like no one could counter it, hell yeah, I'm going to use that over and over again.
I just keep lasers. I could just shoot lasers out of my eyes all day. It doesn't even. I'm like not even tired. I could be eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And own your ass from across a restaurant, and you're done.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't care. I don't care if like the criminal's like, well, he used that move last week, and I say, and I throw you in jail last week too.
Can you imagine that? I used that. He did the same thing. I don't.
I sure did. You did the same thing too. Lost.
He's a jerk.
he's rude.
See ya. Yeah, you did the same thing too. You're going back to jail, you freaking idiot.
Yeah.
You robbed the same bank though. You dumb. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
That's me if I was in the Invincible universe.
You robbed the same. Yeah.
I feel like that move. I feel like that wouldn't work in Marvel or DC. That would just be that's too obvious.
Yeah.
But Invincible, anything goes.
Yeah, they're gonna go a little further. Man, poor like Rexplode.
Yeah.
What a guy. Hey, Ashley, hello. Oh my God, Ashley, it's funny that you still have your Quattrochi at the end. That's
something to tell Clayton, huh?
Yeah. She's like, I'm not taking your last name yet. Maybe you should take mine. It's 2021, Clayton Quattrochi.
Sony Channel, the one move wonder.
The one move wonder.
I got the one move and it never fails.
Oh my gosh, that's it. You want to tell the world a little bit about what's behind you?
Yeah,
absolutely. That is a gorgeous setup. I think it's funny because I've seen your setup a few times, obviously, but like for you to be like you have set up your shot so well that it looks so impressive behind you.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
I
sat down for like a good hour before. Get the camera just right.
72 hours before.
Yeah. Got my lights. Yeah, I got my. Have a consultant in here. Yeah.
What do you think? Like, really, what do you think? What if I sit over here? What if I get relaxed?
Yeah. No. FaceTime my girlfriend. What do you think? What do you think is the light here? I'm at work.
I can't do this right now.
I will leave you. You don't hang up. Okay, tomorrow. You can watch on the replay. Take notes.
Take notes.
But no, this is the nerd setup, the nerd cave. Everything in the Detolfs minus Ninja Turtles on the far end, and then like NECA horror and just horror in general on this end is all Marvel, Star Wars, and DC.
I love
in the middle, and then up top is just kind of free, like anything. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Oh my gosh! Look at the fun.
That's everything. So like that's where your Plunderlings go, like your not Ninja Turtles, your Ninja Turtle villain. Got Krang and Shredder up there, but like I got Mike Tyson fighting Shredder. I've got Inspector Gadget hanging around with Sonic and Tails up there. It's a free for all up there.
You need to do a. Oh, you know, it'd be cool is if you
Yeah.
could like get up on a. I don't know how tall is a DTOF?
Uh, like a little, like maybe 6 feet.
It'd
A
be
little over
cool
six
if
feet.
you were to get up on like some sort of either like a step ladder or whatnot and do like a cool
Yeah.
panoramic shot of that because I think that
Yeah.
would look really really cool. That what a
A couple months ago, like a year or so ago, I made like a little like room tour video
oh cool.
documentary kind of thing this was before I was even on Instagram. Like I was just bored during the pandemic and I just shot like this like room tour, like kind of like mini autobiography on like my collecting and everything like that. The first two parts are up on my channel. I haven't uploaded the third one only because like everything looks so different now
Yeah.
compared to like a year ago. But yeah, there's definitely some like long shots of like the top up there and everything like that.
Is that just are you OreOmega on? Is that your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, what I used to comment in the chats and everything. Yeah.
Oh,
if you
cool.
go to my channel. First two parts are there.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love that. That what Megatron do you have?
That's the Toys Alliance MAS Megatron, the really like the tall 18-inch non-transforming one.
Yeah, it looks really good, even for its faults.
Yeah, it's non-transforming.
Actually, no.
Pleasing silhouette.
I'm about to say, actually, if you're gonna get the one transformer that I can always tell you that's gonna be crap if it transforms into the gun is gonna be Megatron.
Yeah.
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 Every single time.
I like how they did it in the video games where he's like the tank with the gun on top, like the big gun, like just like an actual like handheld gun.
Yeah. I have the one of the I think his name was Apollyon is the third party name for him, and this thing. Hang on, let me grab this thing. This one's always fun to show off because of the mess and vomit that comes out of this thing's legs. I swear, it's so bad. You gotta
like
see
kibble everywhere.
Bruh, it's so bad. That was always the problem, apparently. Like, I remember whenever I was getting into third-party Transformers pretty big, and I was trying to find the right Megatron. And I still really, really like this one, but, man. So, hang on, let me see. They can actually get better than this. Barely. God, I mean, just look at what...
That's... What are those, bird feet?
What is even happening over here? It's so bad. Like, this is... I don't know. This is a pretty... It looks really cool.
I was like...
It looks cool in gun mode.
I want a Megatron that's like... Not 1/12. Like impossible, but like close to it. You know, I didn't want a Megatron that was the same size like my Captain America, you know?
Right. No, I can definitely... How much was that at the time?
180.
For the size, I mean, you're getting a
180 for 18 inches, 19 inches tall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this costs maybe around the same, and it's got really ugly legs. The legs are so ugly, like it's insane to me, like how...
He's got crow feet.
Well, I mean, he's got big heels. He's got big heels on him, and this is actually metal too. It's die cast, so there's some. That's where. That's where your money. That's where your money's coming from. I think you can actually. No, you can't see through that. Oh, there's a light in this too. So you get a light.
Yeah.
I don't think it works anymore. I hope I didn't leave the batteries in there. That would be.
It's just melting through your figure.
I'm kind of nervous that I actually left the battery. Now, while I've got it in my hands, I should probably check. I'm usually pretty good about taking them out, but I don't know. I remember when I got this thing and I got it and I'm like, man, it's so ugly with the legs. Like, I was so disappointed once I got it. Because even, look at the back. Like, what is happening here? Like, there's this thing.
That's the price you got to pay if you want to make them transform, man.
This is true.
But I'll tell you what, though, that new Optimus looks pretty cool, even though it transforms. Like even.
Oh, you mean the one that transforms on its own? You don't even have to do it.
Yeah.
It does look pretty dang cool. The price tag is a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather even knows about it. He told me about it today. He's like, you see, he's like, He's like, what are those robots that turn into automobiles? I was like, Transformer? He's like, yeah. He's like, have you seen the one? I was like, that transforms on its own? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you see the price tag on it? He's like, 700. I was like, yeah. He said, apparently there's like a crazy waiting list for it too.
Yeah, it sold out.
Oh, of course it did.
That's insane.
Does it drive too?
It does whatever you want.
It does whatever you want.
For that price, it better do whatever I want.
Yeah, it does literally whatever you want.
Better fight crime in my neighborhood for $700.
Yeah, that's how it's going.
Better take me to Cybertron.
This house is protected by Optimus Prime. That's so ridiculous. I was like, man. Yeah, when my grandfather knew about it, I was like, well, that's it. That's it. That's how you know you made it.
Toys are cool now, right?
Yeah. I'm like, God, that's insane to me. I don't even know how.
My girlfriend went to a comic shop with one of her buddies, and they walk in and they just see all the toys. They're like, man, can you imagine someone collecting all these? She was like, actually.
Oh.
Pulls up my Insta, and he was like, ah.
He was like, so you guys still together? Or like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not like that. He's a good guy. He's just misled. I bet that's what she told him. She's like, I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said your face. You said
this phase will happen.
This phase. He'll get out of it. Like,
he'll grow out of it.
You have no idea what you're saying. Yeah. What?
Will I?
Yeah. This is sweetie. This is an investment now.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is here to stay.
Yeah.
Have you gone to eBay?
It's you accept this, you get out.
Yeah. No, the toys stay, you go. It's like, dang.
Really?
Yeah, really. Not joking around anymore. You play.
I know pretty cool people, so I don't know if it would ever get to the point where I'm like, look, you can't be my friend anymore if you're gonna keep. Just the idea of having that conversation annoys me because I'm like, how does this person get this close to me in my life? I had one girl in college. This is when I had the 1D talk. She walks in and she's just like, this is a lot. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. In the back of my mind,
she said, this is a lot.
She's like, this is a lot.
You'd be like, oh no, oh man, I just remembered tonight we were not supposed to see each other.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? Yep, I'm doing what you think I'm doing.
Oh, I walked into my roommate's room by accident. Mine's across the hall.
Yeah.
The boring room.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I need it in your house. I had no idea he collected sex dolls. I didn't. I walked in and he had 6. It's like, it was worse. It was worse than mine. It's like,
but at most people are just like, oh, and then I'm like, yeah, but here's the deal. I'm not a weirdo, I swear.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, I understand. And they're like, oh, it's cool. And it's cool because there's like a little bit of everything, like not just comics, but like movie stuff, cartoons.
There's just there's like Netflix documentaries over this kind of thing, and those people they're just normal. It's cool. Not like I got somebody hid under my toys.
Yeah.
Like it's like people are legitimately impressed and excited by the collection, not like, oh, it turns out he had been poisoning his mother that lived with him the whole time. It's like, what?
And using her credit card to buy the toy.
Yeah, there it is. Using her social security check. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Nah, I just like robots.
I just really like Marvel Legends Rock Pythons, okay? That's why I have a whole case of them. From the money that I stole.
Why do you have so many rock pythons?
Yeah.
Just I guess I'm just kind of a fan.
Yeah. Just a rock python fan. Serpent Society though? I love the Serpent Society. Like low key. Just the ridiculous.
I got rid of the old Serpent Society the other day. They're gone.
Yeah.
They had to go. I think I'm gonna get rid of a lot of things where people are like, "What? You got rid of that?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I've got this now.
Right.
Whatever it
Right.
is. Like, I'm pretty sure that I can already see like an entire wall being dedicated to my turtles. Like that's where things are
Yep.
going
That's where it's
easily.
getting to it for me, man. Like, so I'm a team collector, not necessarily like a character
Hmm.
collector. That's why I'm able to keep everything like in line.
Yeah.
But there's just so much turtle and like turtle related stuff.
Yep.
Like I'm trying to get like every like milestone version of the turtles like in my like turtleverse display. So I
Yep.
have like the 80s, then like modern day, and then
Yep.
like the movies, the concert turtles. But there's just so many different like versions of the turtles that like are probably going to be made into figure form. Like I need like a black and white, like
Yeah.
I need like old Eastman and Laird versions, like if they make them like the really blocky designs.
I
I
think
think would be
you're.
really badass figures.
I think you might be in luck, man. I think they're supposed to be talking about re-releasing the Mirage stuff,
Yep.
which is crazy. And then I'm wondering if we're gonna get the, because I have the blue April, but I remember there was a mock-up of the green and yellow, and I thought green was like something special. Like I thought there was like a special like limited edition green. She's got like a green jumpsuit or something like
Yeah,
that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Um,
They packaged that one in like the red variants, like in like different packages or whatever.
yeah, yeah. I think we could do
Yeah,
that.
I've got all those 80s guys and movie guys like up top, and it's like it's getting to the point where they're if I keep getting them, it's
Yeah.
gonna start becoming just like turtles featuring like cartoons and movies and whatever
Yeah,
up top.
yeah,
But
yeah. It's crazy.
it's great.
Austin says Bill needs a clear space for his Cara Dune collection. She's actually right next to the Human Torch and Ghost Rider because they're all fired up.
Man, yeah, man. Like I was really tempted to sell that figure for like $300.
Don't do it.
To pay for it.
Don't
I was
do
like,
it.
it's called the Mandalorian, not the Cara Dune. I was
No.
like, but I like the figure and the character enough
Yeah.
where I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
keep this.
Oh yeah. That's a good figure, man. And that's another thing that I was noticing is that like all these Star Wars figures that are coming out, I got the Tusken Raider in the other day, and
Yeah.
it's super fun. But I don't know if is it new? Is that like a new?
It's an older figure.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like it's like real. I could see. I looked on Amazon and that thing's like $120. I was like,
Yeah, especially that episode when the Mando came out.
that's insane.
And like that's how Star Wars gets you. Because as soon as that episode came out, I went to Big Boss like, I gotta get like 15 of these. So I'm like, where am I gonna put these? No, cancel.
No.
Cancel.
I think
cancel all of them.
I think I have 3 on pre-order, and then I found one in store, and I was like, well, I'm grabbing that. And I was like, oh, cool, I
Right.
have 4 now. I'm like, that'll be cool. Like, they're like my favorite characters in freaking Star Wars as well. So I was like, all right, this
Really?
is pretty cool. Like, yeah, I'll take some. I think they're funny. Like, there's something like
Yeah.
there's something really funny about like somebody that lives out in the sand and like screams at you with toilet paper wrapped around their head.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know, that's funny to me. And we were kids, we always thought like that scream was funny, and that reverse move that they had. I was like, man, I love that they reversed that. I'm like, that's great. So anyways, those are fun, and I like those.
I love the droids in Star Wars. Those are some of my favorites.
Droids and aliens and stuff like that. For me, that's where I started going. I started collecting like all of that stuff. Thanks, bud. He's just letting us know.
Too.
He's just saying hello. No, anytime the doorbell or somebody knocks on the door,
Oh yeah, he's out.
forget about it. He's lost his mind. No, but that's where I started collecting, was like for the Star Wars stuff. I started with like the new movies or whatever. And I like that. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Grabbed a few of those figures, and then I started grabbing I grabbed like the Mafex Kylo Ren, which I really liked the head on there, but the body is so funky. It was like so weird that like it had like they did this robe that was like a sleeveless robe, so his arms were like pretty cool. They're like standard kind of Mafex movement, but then it's just a real funky design that just doesn't really work well. But the other day,
that was around the time when Mafex was still kind of iffy too.
Yep.
Like that was like 2015, right? 2014, 2015, around that time.
Yeah. It was around the time whenever like the Batman Begins or whatever, like his arms were popping out. Like, dude, his arms just constantly just popped right out with nothing. Like you could just barely grab it. I remember that was a big deal. In fact, I think I turned that figure into a Nightwing at some point. That guy literally got a hold of that when I turned him into a Nightwing. But yeah, and then I remember whenever like the Black Series came out, I think I got everything. I had everything from the original Black Series, like the first like probably 50 figures, and I just got rid of like everything.
Right.
And then all the new stuff started coming out with better, and I'm like, all right, let's start over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how like close and sometimes even better that the domestic Star Wars stuff is compared to like the imports. Because I remember like a lot of the figures, like if I was collecting like a year or two like before I started, I probably would have gotten a lot of those like import prequel figures.
Yep.
But you know, like I got that Qui-Gon from Black Series and from Best Buy, and I'm like, this is really nice. And like the head, if you put it side by side with like the figure arts, it's night and day.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, that's why I think Corey got a hold of the Hot Toys, which was a big purchase for him. Like, cause he's like, all right, I'm doing this because it's one of his. He loves that character, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shrink of that Qui-Gon from the Hot Toys soon. And that head is pretty dang spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like. And I actually recently picked up, I got a mace for like $50, so that was pretty cool.
Figure arts?
Huh?
Figure arts one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was 40 or 50 shipped, which I was like really happy because I didn't have him. And I've like slowly been collecting some figure arts figures or whatnot, mostly the new stuff. Like I've got Rey and Kylo and stuff like that. I really like those.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And then I ended up with, what was it? The Luke Skywalker. I had that original one that they had done of the Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker. But I don't think I have many more imports on them. But I'll tell you, it grew. Like I wanted all the droids, and I like wanted all these alien characters that were coming out. I wish I would have got. I say this, but I know there's got to be a better one. Like Bosk, I never got Bosk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I never got IG-11 either because at the time I was like, this figure sucks. And then IG-88 came out and I was like, or excuse me, 88. And I wanted 88. And then I ended up getting 11. But I never got 88 because I was like, this thing sucks. It's like, this thing is such a bad figure. And then 11 comes out and it's like pretty much the same dang figure. And I ended up getting like that one and the two of the credit collection ones just so I could like modify one.
That's one where the SHF surpassed the Black Series like by a long shot.
Not in freaking price. I know that.
Yeah.
God, I didn't do it. I was like, I can't do this.
I was like, I'm not gonna pay $120 for this, and now it's like $500, and I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Even then, I'm like, man, I was like, nah, he's dead anyway. I don't care.
Yeah.
I do care. It was my favorite character. That and the armorer, and I didn't get the armor either. I was like, these are too expensive. And I guess whenever I say they're too expensive, I guess deep down it's like you don't like the character as much as you say you do. It's like, come on.
So for me, it's dangerous, right? Because like, so for Star Wars, I got a prequel shelf, I got a sequel shelf, the original trilogy, and then the last one's supposed to be like a free for all, like anything else, like
Rebels,
that's like
Clone Wars.
Yeah, like Rebels, Clone Wars, like any and all Mandalorians, and that's the one that's been filling up the quickest, especially after Mandalorian came out and all those Black Series figures started popping out.
Yep.
And I'm like, so I got like the whole Solo crew. I got like all the Mando guys, essentially the Rebels gang.
Yeah.
But yeah, Austin put it perfectly. The Black Series is really good. Imports don't feel like that big of a leap.
Oh, hey, Captain McKay's here. Probably says he's glad to listen in as I get some work done, which means we're gonna be treated to something amazing soon.
There we go.
It's gonna be some kind of awesome, man. Very impressed with that man's stop motion.
Yeah, I checked out his channel like after you were telling me, and like I was telling you before, I was like, when a lot of people are like, yeah, I do stop motion on YouTube, I'm like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, no,
I bet you do. That's nice.
Yeah, right.
But then I look at his stuff. And I'm like, this is real nice.
Nice, smooth, man.
And then the light changes on like all of theirs, and
the shadows, just constant shadows and garbage. And I sit there and I watch Mike's, and I'm like, dude, the captain brings the thunder.
I loved his Ninja Turtle stuff that he put on.
Oh my god, dude, his Donatello one was so good. I'm like, man,
that was so good.
That's what I've been wanting to talk to him. I need to message him and be like, hey, I want just a short little intro for my. How much do you charge for this? I want to use my like my Maru mask on possibly like my like the robot I've got. Like I've got this
Ooh.
like little I don't know if he's still up here or not. Did I ever show you that that gray robot that I've got? The what the heck's he called? Is it Gun Arms? You know what I'm talking about?
Nuh-uh.
This guy right here.
I haven't seen that anime.
Oh, I don't know if it's an anime or not. It's like just this.
Oh, okay. I've seen this guy.
Something arms. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah.
Gun arms.
Yeah. He's got like some kind of. I just swear I thought it was gun arms, but he's got
Something
like,
on his arms.
Yeah, he's got like you can attach all sorts of crazy things to him, and he's got like really awesome. He's a model kit, but he's got like insane articulation, and you can add all these crazy guns to him. And I put my mask on him once, just stuck it on the front, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I love this. Like it'd be super fun. That's what I want to do.
That's
so
super
cool.
Rad.
What's up, bathroom urinal?
Speaking of super articulation, this figure does not have that, but he
Nope.
looks nice.
Not even.
Not at
I
all.
do love that young Gordon though.
I did. I took Clayton's advice and I painted him up a little bit.
Yep.
A little touch of gray.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a little bit older.
Little aging there.
Well, you know the job gets to him. He's drinking more. He's staying up late.
He's staying up late, dude. Did you watch? Did we talk about? You watched Harley Quinn? Is that right?
Yeah, I love that show.
Man.
I love Gordon on that show.
Dude. When he gets sobered up and like just a total badass, I was like, I love this. I love everything about this.
And that actor too, like he's like if he wanted to, he could play like a live action Gordon.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever see the show Happy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Wait, it's Chris Maloney?
Yeah, it's Chris Maloney.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was Maloney.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't he good?
I love Chris Maloney, dude. Wet Hot American Summer is one of my favorite like movies and shows ever. That's crazy. I did not, that makes him even better.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, dude, I didn't even know that was him. That's crazy.
And then you had Diedrich Baker from Brave and the Bold as Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yep, yeah. I remember picking up on that. That was like the funniest, like him and Alfred. Like I like how they just made Batman this, whatever he was.
Yeah,
whatever
just like a man child, like too so full of himself, like not able to like admit defeat. It's like I'm Batman.
No.
I can do this. He's like, no, you're a man with broken legs.
I loved how when he was like back was hurting, he was like Alfred's making fun of him with his little grabber.
Yeah,
like with his like to put his socks on.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, this is too much. That's the line
when
I want figures from.
Oh yeah,
dude.
I was just about to say it's funny like how no one has made like any kind of merchandise from that show.
Yeah.
I would definitely take a McFarlane King Shark.
Oh,
or like a
man.
Clayface.
Dude. I would take all of them, but yeah, Rob Funch's King Shark, 100%. Like him in his hoodie. I love him in his hoodie.
A hoodie. I was watching a clip where he was like the boss, like the prison boss. And
Yeah.
He's like drinking like toilet wine. He's like, if you ever bring me inferior toilet wine again, I will shake you. I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah, dude. He's like, he goes nuts in that scene. It's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Talking about the fresh fish, and he's like,
how many times I told you?
loses
I don't like that word.
He loses it. Man, I love
that show's really good, and like the way they did Poison Ivy too, who's like a bit more of like a straight laced character.
She's perfect.
Like, they're doing what like kind of what they've been pushing her in the comics to be like for years. Like she's not a villain.
Yeah.
She's just an eco-terrorist, if anything.
Yeah.
And like she's not even like evil.
Dude, I watched some and I was like, Christine, I was like, I think you might want to watch this. She's like, Harley Quinn? I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me just start off by saying Harley Quinn still sucks, but everybody around her is awesome. I was like, you got to see this. I was like, especially Poison Ivy, like she is you. And she started watching it. She's like, oh my God, I love her. I was like, yep. I knew it.
I'm with Chris Jordan though. Bane was a standout.
Oh my God.
I have the Storm Collectibles Bane on my shelf. Every time I look at it, I just think of that voice.
Dude, I think you need to get him an office chair.
Yeah.
That was this one doesn't have lumbar support. I was like, dude, No.
One of my favorite scenes is when he's talking to like I think it's Penguin's son Joshua when he's trying to like take his place and he's like I want Harley Quinn dead and he's like Joshua you're young you can't seek vengeance all the time and he's like oh Bane I'm sorry I went off the handle there I'm sorry he's like you're young it's fine
he's like got such an even keel, man. It was like killing me. I was like, dude.
And like no one takes him seriously, but like, and even Harley's like, why are you being like bossed around by Joker? He doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, you could kill him.
Yeah,
you literally.
And then he like kicks the crap out of Batman and like breaks his legs.
Man, when it was him and Two-Face.
Yeah.
Sitting there at that that whole chair bit had me dying, man. Like they won't give him a chair, they won't let him sit at the table.
I love those kind of parody shows.
Yeah, that one's done really
for superheroes
well.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Did you ever watch Brave and the Bold?
A little bit. I remember watching the Aquaman a few episodes that he was in, and then I thought it was Etrigan that showed up in one, but I could be wrong.
Okay. How'd you feel about that Aquaman that they had in the show?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like the '90s version, only not a jerk. Still pompous, but not a jerk.
Right.
So I thought he was fun. Honestly, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Was the Atom in there?
He was.
Okay,
he was.
I thought I remembered an episode with that. I didn't like watch it religiously or anything like that, but I definitely did watch some of it.
It's kind of like it's pretty much a G-rated Harley Quinn, essentially.
Yeah.
And I loved how they like spotlit the more like the lesser known heroes. So like they had the Flash on, but instead of Barry, it was Jay for most of the episodes.
Oh yeah, Jay Garrett. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
What's up, Toy Box of Doom?
What is it?
The toy box of doom said, "Just wanted to watch me work my magic." I'm just like mouthing off with Ori right now and crackling plastic really loud.
I'm distracting him. I'm making him work less hard.
Yeah, I can't get anything done with this guy's talking to me, just rattling. His jaw.
Julian says, "Did you know that towels are the leading cause of dry skin? I did not know that.
Stop.
I will stop eating towels."
Stop it, Julian. Stop it, Julian. Every time you come in here with your jokes, your dad jokes, you're 17. What are you doing?
It's a slippery slope.
It is, and once you start, you're not going to be able to stop.
I can stop.
Dude, Chris Jordan, I am your reckoning.
I'm your reckoning.
Dude, that's all I want is him on that chair, dude.
Yeah, I need to get him a chair.
Oh, I saw somebody the other day put her head on that what was it, the Jessica Jones body?
Oh, yeah, I saw that photo, and it was fighting Bucky, right?
Yep,
I saw that.
Dude, this head scan is insanely good. I'm so happy. I'm like so excited for Okoye to come back. Right after I got rid of her, I was like, oh, of course.
That's another like cool one-off shelf that I would like to make one day, like a Wakanda shelf. Like I really like what you did with the throne,
dude. Yeah, it turned out really cool.
I would love to have either Okoye or like Nakia, like front and center, and then like the row of Dora.
Yeah, the Dora is. Oh man, these ladies are so awesome. I want a white wolf Bucky, just with the wrap and the sweaty hair, kind of like that.
Yep.
That would be cool, just to have him in the background.
I'm just thinking. Take the robe off of the Legends T'Chaka, put that on the Shang-Chi, and then get a Bucky head on it.
Or yeah, I guess that or one of these bodies that I've been getting, like these standard
V-Toys.
Yeah, V-Toys or something like that. That might be little. I don't know, man. Bucky's
pretty jacked.
Bucky's pretty jacked, man. He's up there. Oh, that's what who was saying that? Was it Henry talking about the weapons that were painted? Because the Dora don't come with painted weapons. They're like real.
Oh, really?
Dude, you should see Christine. When she gets a hold of these weapons, she's like, these are junk. Like these need paint. These need paint really bad. Yeah. Like, come on. She gets really upset at this like stuff. She's like, I've never owned any of the Dora. Like I only had Nokia and Okoye, and I'm sitting here with these, and I'm like, oh my god, these are great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I get you. I don't buy into those troop builders typically.
Well, these were cheap enough to get.
Yeah.
And come on. I mean, at this point, we got the throne. I got my cool elephant throne.
Right.
I really like it, dude. I like it so much.
Cool.
I even put him in the same pose. I like the figure. So you have the Mafex Panther.
I do.
I really like this figure arts one. I've never had experience with the Mafex, and I'm sure it's fantastic, but man, this figure is way bigger than I expected. It's not tiny or anything. It like fits in perfectly with these figures.
He's like jacked, right?
Yeah. It's a big panther.
What I like about the Mafex is that I think it's more reflective of Chadwick's physique at the time. Like it's really slender, and it's got like these really long arms.
Yeah.
But like if you look at Chadwick, especially like at the end of Endgame when he's walking through the portal, like arms spread out and everything, like he's not like a huge dude,
right?
But he's like still really thick.
I think that's why I like the Black Panther because of this one, because it's like a good comic mix. Like I don't know, because of how big he is, but it can also pass for the film. That's one of the things that I like doing. If I get these figures and there's like some kind of amalgam of them, like I got the Ant-Man that with the Paul Rudd head, the figure arts, and it's like when you look at it, it looks, and it's the same way with the figure arts Age of Ultron Captain America. It's like not quite the actor, but it's not a bad head sculpt, so it has like this cartoon kind of look.
And with Marvel in general these days, like they borrow so much from the movies that you can interchange the looks and figures, because they pretty much look like that in the comics now anyway. Like I'm using the movie Hela and the movie Yellow Jacket as like their comic versions, because that's what they look like now.
Right. Yeah. These are man, I'm really impressed by these Dora though.
If only they came out with the double jointed elbows that they're giving the ladies now.
Yeah, I think you can get them in enough poses though that Black Panther too.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get more, and then these will be like. Hopefully, these will still. I would hope that these would still, be nice in the collection. It'd be cool to have like. It always bothers me whenever it's like if I don't know. I'd hate for like the entire army to change looks, but I understand like since Wakanda is a constantly evolving, on top of their game kind of thing.
On top of toys that needed to be sold.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just think of like Wakanda needs to have like an evolution in armor. It's always funny. Like I love how they kept like this like African like look, but obviously that if you were to try to shoot them, the bullet's not going through. This is some tough stuff that's going on here.
There's a whole subgenre of fiction called Afrofuturism that the Black Panther movie borrows like heavily from, like just that
cool
combining like the aesthetics of like African culture with like far future technology and looks and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
Kind of like almost like a cyberpunk, but
pretty much African cyberpunk essentially.
Utilizing like that's really cool, man. I like that a lot. I think more. Yeah. I'd like to see that from more like societies. I think that'd be really fun. Like a good example, honestly, it's not like future tech, but the game Immortals Phoenix Rising. So they focus on Greek mythology and whatnot, which is really, really cool. Right. We've seen it 1,000 times, but it's always fun. But the next one, the DLC, you're supposed to get to play as in Chinese mythology, and you're a new main character. So you're not like a Greek guy showing up in China. You get to change and you get to follow that. I'm like, why do we not have that game for like South American, African, like I don't care, so cool. Scotland, like all those Celtic, all that crazy. I'd love to see stuff that Americans aren't familiar with and should be. I guess that's kind of where, because there's so much cool. I don't know, man. There's just, like I said, I just love the look of this stuff right here, and it's so much fun to. I can't like I said, I couldn't tell you how hard Christine and I squealed when we were watching Bucky and Falcon, and it was like, Wakanda, and we're like,
Yeah.
and
So
we're
cool.
only there, and we only get to see like that little bit. I was like, dang it! I was like, no, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
That was super exciting, man. I was really happy. That's what I. So that's I think that should be a show. I think we
Wakanda?
should. Yeah, just call it Wakanda, Ethan. Like,
That'd be cool.
I know, and I think it'd be a good way to like explore that universe. You know, I don't know what they're gonna do. I just, oh man, I do not envy that role right now at all.
Not at all.
There's the whole don't recast. There's the whole recast. You have to. You don't have to. I'm like, man, okay.
Right.
They'll. I have full. I know they'll do it right. And it's going to take some time, but I think a TV show at this point is exactly what we need to explore.
Oh, cool.
You know, to explore. I mean, we were able to explore so much, and I think we noticed that with like just WandaVision being trapped in that one little town, and yet the universe felt gigantic.
Yep.
So to be able to go to like Wakanda or something like that and get to explore new characters, familiar characters, and I don't know. I think if like even especially like just or even call it like the Dora Milaje, like imagine like that. I don't know.
That'd be so cool.
I think there's just so much to explore. I just so much to explore.
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. And that's one of my favorite parts about the Black Panther movie. Like, we don't spend a whole lot of time in Wakanda, admittedly.
Right.
But what we do, like even the scenes of like T'Challa and Nakia like walking through the streets, and you're seeing like vendors and people of like, you know, different sects of Wakanda, like in their own like different clothes, using their own kind of music. Like there's stories that are being told on the screen without like being explicitly told like I'm from this part of Wakanda or everything, but like even like through the music, through their clothes and attitudes, like there's so much that they could like potentially explore. And I really thought that they were going to adopt, you know, some of the stories from the more modern Black Panther comics and the movies, like the fact that how does the rest of Africa feel, like that there's this almost like Mount Olympus of Africa, like smack dab in the middle of, you know, of their nation, and they're not really sharing the resources with everybody. Like, how does everyone else feel?
Right.
And it's kind of like the villains like within.
Yeah, that would be
even within Wakanda. There's like there are poor people in Wakanda. Not everybody is living large and in charge like the royal family and everything like that.
That would be a cool. I'd like to see like that's something that should be grasped with, you know.
Right.
Austin said, just have Wakandans save everyone. Why do they even need the Avengers at this point?
Right.
Like, yeah, no kidding. Because the Wakandans do not work for anybody else besides the Wakandans. That's who that is.
We have jurisdiction wherever we want jurisdiction.
Yeah. This is yeah, I love that, dude. I was like, I was like, you're not gonna take them down.
That was cool. Okay, so I guess since we're kind of already talking about Falcon Winter Soldier, how do you feel about John Walker now? You know, do you still hate the guy, or do you hate the guy at all?
So at the beginning, I was wondering. I was like, when do we start to hate John? Because he's really just approachable right now.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's likable, and I'm like, all right, yeah, seems like a nice guy. And then, of course, much like a lot of people we know in real life, he took a turn. We found out who he really was. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. Right. I don't like John Walker. Really. I think John Walker has a good heart, but me and John Walker probably wouldn't be friends. There's a lot of different ideals running on there. And I'm speaking from the comic. The show, I don't have enough time with him at all. But if he's still that same John Walker, he needs to go get some help. And once he admits that he needs to go through some sort of therapy, some sort of training and whatnot, then I think we can start to like John again. It's going to be really interesting to see where they take John, because right now John needs to be put on a leash.
Right.
And that's what the government is, I'm assuming, has to do at this point. When you're that caught, right? But I was about to say, like, I was gonna say, like, whenever everything's caught on camera and the government knows about it, surely justice has to be served. But if we're playing in a realistic world, John might just walk out of there with a slap on the wrist.
His PR team is going to be like, all right, what do we got? What can we do?
Right? Yeah. How can we spin this?
You don't think he's evil? Like I know there are some like, people out there. I read this ridiculous article. Someone's like, John Walker took the super soldier serum because he's racist. Look how he talks to Sam and look how he talks to Dora. And I'm like,
what?
No.
He talks like that to everybody. That he talked like that to
Exactly.
Bucky. Come on. Oh, that's reaching though.
Exactly.
I think they want that.
They're finding really the people I feel that really vilify John. I think, like, not to sound like I'm gatekeeper or anything, but they're not aware that the dude is an Avenger. Like he's not like the best of the best like Cap, but he's not like the Punisher or anything. He's that in between,
right?
And I think like at the end of the series, we're going to get glimpses of John trying to maybe find, I don't know, redemption, closure, whatever you want to call it, by becoming the U.S. agent or anything. But I don't think he's like a villain.
No,
I think he has good intentions, but I think he's hot-headed, impulsive.
Yep. And we saw that before he took the serum. He was already kind of losing it, and I was expecting to find out he already had the stuff in him. Like I can't believe that, and maybe he did, and maybe he took more, and now whatever's happening, who knows? Sure. And watching that, I was like, no, I don't think he's a bad guy, and I think he will relinquish the shield on his own.
Yes,
and that will be that little start of the healing, the redemption process. Right. No, God, people saying he's racist is reaching pretty hard.
I was just like, what are you talking about? I was losing. It's what happens, Now that all this stuff is mainstream.
Yeah.
Like anybody can have a hot take,
Yeah.
And
I mean, dude's friend and partner just died, right. And I mean, the only thing that could make like that, like if you want to twist that around, I imagine like if you show the news story of John killing him, and they talk about the guy that was killed, and they're like, well, did he have a previous record? Right. Did he have a previous record? Yeah. Maybe he had a previous record though. Was he violent before? I'm like, don't do that. Please don't do that.
There was a really interesting article I got to send you. It was basically talking about how John Walker, he's not Captain America, but he is probably more reflective
of America,
of true America.
Oh, yeah. Easily. Yeah, absolutely.
And then even like not how he treats Battlestar, but kind of like how society treats him. Like there's this quick scene where like the people want to get John's autograph, but they don't even ask like Battlestar for one, right? Mm-hmm. And he makes the quick joke. He's like, man, I even have a logo and everything. Too bad they didn't ask me. And then like you can see a pain in his eyes, like a sadness, by saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like really, really interesting stuff like that. But no, he's not he's not a racist person.
No. He wasn't in the books and he isn't in the show. I mean, there's no way that there's no inclination to anything like that. He wouldn't have been willing to work with or offer a hand even to somebody, you know what I mean? Like there's no.
He said that and then like I was talking to one of my buddies, he's also a comic book fan, but again, I don't know if he's like aware of the U.S. agent character because he was like, I hate John Walker. I can't sympathize with him at all. And I'm like, at all? Like his heroes, like Sam and Bucky, have been kind of treating him like dirt from the get-go. And on top of that, I love the fact that John, from the very beginning, knows that he's a little bit in over his head. Like from the moment he's fighting the super soldier to when he's even fighting the Dora, he's just like, I didn't train for this. Like there's no book for this. Like all I did was like serve overseas, but like I'm up against like gods essentially.
Yeah.
And not everyone can scale Mount Olympus and come out the other side alive.
Yeah, and he's just trying to hang on, man. I like that. That's rough. I love that fact when he runs into the Dora for the first time, and that shocked expression where he's like, "They're not even super soldiers."
Yeah,
like dude,
he sounds so defeated.
Yeah, like completely surprised, like that. I don't know. These ladies just came in and just completely annihilated him.
Well, yeah. Number one, he underestimated them because they're, because they're women. Probably a little bit of that. Number two, he's like, He's like, I'm hot shit. I'm Captain America.
Yeah.
He even greets me. I'm Captain America. And they're like, not impressed.
Nope.
That
hand, man.
Like,
when he I was like, don't do that.
I got flashbacks to Black Panther 1 when Elliot Ross like grabbed onto Okoye. He's like, hey, look, you gotta calm down. And then she's like, I will remove his hand.
Yeah, literally.
Like, if T'Challa wasn't there, she probably would have.
Yeah, or the bowing.
Yeah,
we don't do that here.
We don't do that. Here.
We don't do that. Here. I'm like,
we don't do that here.
It's funny too because Martin Freeman played the perfect role. He's just like,
yeah,
I'm just trying to fit in. Anything I can do to help, guys. Damn it, that's so funny, man. I love it.
No, it's the show's definitely picking up. Like I liked the first few episodes, but I think it really started to like ramp up in episode 3 when they went to Madripoor, and then like this past episode I thought was the best one yet.
Oh man, I don't know, man. For me, it's just I enjoy the ride so much, and I've enjoyed this show that every episode for me has just been another step up, another step up, another step. I was like, this is the perfect way. It would be very, very, very easy to go back and rewatch the whole thing.
For sure, like it's such a quick watch. I can't believe there are only 2 episodes left.
I know, and the fact that the episodes are longer, as well, and yet it feels like they're just done because it's that good. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, I can't believe that we've literally gotten that much time already, and it's like, what are we getting? Like 2 films out of this, pretty much.
Essentially,
that's crazy.
Essentially,
and that's all. And we're like, it's so quick. My God, it's like 2 films.
Yeah.
And we get it all in like the span of 6 weeks, which is bonkers.
Yeah.
It's so good, man. Yeah, I definitely like it. And I love the John Walker aspect a lot, just because it adds such a new. Everybody's questioning it. A lot of people, like you said, a lot of people who don't read comics have no idea who this guy is. He got a bad rap right off the bat. I remember that first shot of him and how they made him look so good. That wink,
and that was done on purpose.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that it was done on purpose. Like I remember seeing that, and the funniest thing was because Christine doesn't know who U.S. agent is or whatever, and nor does she really care. But whenever it came down, she was like, she looked at me and she's like, "Is he supposed to be a secret?" Or is he supposed to be a serious character? I was like, yeah, he is.
My girlfriend had the exact same reaction. She was like, who is this like doofy looking? I was like, look, here's the rundown. And I was like, he's a badass.
Yeah.
But they did this on purpose because he's supposed to not be our Captain America. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just keep watching. He's a
hothead, man, and that's what he is.
Absolutely. And like, I don't think that is grounds enough for you to like vilify the guy and be like, he's racist. He's like an evil bastard, like burn him at the stake. Like, no, like,
I mean, I imagine if like the Dora Milaje would have beat him and he would have been like, they're not even white. I'm like, whoa, it's like, you can't say that. What?
Yeah.
You didn't say it's not even close.
We don't do that here.
No, we don't do that here. That's great. No, man, that's reach. That's a hard.
Definitely like
reach.
One of the better, or not better, but one of the more interesting aspects of the show, if not the most interesting aspect, just John's descent into that low point, and then like him building him back up as U.S. agent, and also like the shade of gray that he operates in too.
Yep.
They even have the one line in the show which I thought was kind of like meta, but he was just like, when I was the terrorist dude, or like one of the freedom fighters, he's like, when I was a kid, I looked up to Captain America. They were the good guys. Life was simple and easy back then, but life more complicated now. And I'm like, that's exactly what the MCU has become like now.
Yep.
Like, it's very easy at the beginning to be like good guys, bad guys, but after Winter Soldier, we start seeing those shades of gray and a little bit more reflective of the real world and everything.
Yeah, and Ultron and everything. It's like, and then we get these the Accords, and just like the old Civil War, like, oh, they got to be put in check, and it's like, wait, what? Even Captain America's like, I think that was my favorite part about Civil War, was the fact that Cap was not about it. He wasn't on that side, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, that is so awesome. It was like, I love that so much, seeing that. And I was like, and ultimately, like, when it came down to it, even I remember Tony Stark talking over, Steve's body whenever after Crossbones and hypnotized Sharon did what they did, and
Right. Hmm.
even Tony's just like he just still it felt like he still couldn't admit he was wrong, and I was like, oh, you're such a prick.
Yeah.
You're just such a prick, dude.
And that's like one of the improvements that I liked in the movie, to where like even by the end, because the marketing are like, who are you, Team Cap or Team Iron Man? But by the end, Iron Man's Team Cap. Like he's like,
yeah,
I messed up here, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's just
Because like I like that story, it's iconic and everything, but it's very clear who's in the right and who's in the wrong, like towards the end. Like they full on vilify Iron Man in that story.
Yeah. That's why Austin said he's not into the MCU as they continue into the B-list characters, but the MCU made B-list characters A-list characters.
I was about to say, it's funny because, like, again, the majority of my friends don't read comics, and I tell them, I'm like, yo, when we were kids, Iron Man wasn't cool. Like, it was all about the Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like,
that was it.
Like, and Warner Brothers, DC, they had all their characters.
Yeah.
But Marvel was split up, and Kevin Feige only had scraps to work with. And he's like, okay, what can I do? Iron Man? Sure.
Yeah. Came out of
Iron Man, wasn't the Avengers comic literally like these individual comics aren't selling, so let's just put them all together, these characters?
Yeah.
So we could try to like salvage these B-listers.
Yeah, absolutely, because it was crazy, man. Plunderling said, I'm excited to have more gray characters in the MCU. Absolutely. We want those gray characters. The grays I think those are the most fun, man, but Iron Man has always been A-list. You're crazy. Look at the sales. Thor? Oh, man. Not according to history, but
literally not according to history.
Captain America was Captain's always been there, but Iron Man was garbage. He was
you had the cartoon in the 90s, sure, but like mainstream appeal. He was nowhere near Spider-Man, nowhere near any of those characters at all. Like I remember in school, they were like, who are some of your favorite characters? And like I was in the middle of reading like the Extremis arc at the time. I was like, oh, I really like Iron Man.
Yeah.
People were like, who is that? What is that?
Yeah, only like if it's like people who read comics knew who that character was. I remember when Iron Man came out, and people were like, I think I've seen him. Like I think this guy, doesn't he fly?
Right.
Yeah, he flies. He flies. Like that's it, man. It was like crazy. Like I remember
my mom knows who Iron Man is now.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy to me.
Right. Yeah. That's like that was just bonkers. I remember like out of all the characters, it's like, and you look back at the films and cartoons and stuff that they've done, it's like they kept trying with Fantastic Four because like Fantastic Four was A-list.
Absolutely.
And they couldn't, it just wouldn't hit. It wouldn't hit. They try with Blade, money. You know what I mean? Like it comes out of like nowhere where Iron Man and Thor are A-list now.
Yeah. But
not
at the time.
then.
Look, Iron Man was so bland that Robert Downey Jr.'s performance literally redefined the character after the movie came out.
Both of those characters were the best thing that ever happened to each. Like Iron Man was the best thing to happen to RDJ, and RDJ was the best thing to ever happen to Iron Man. That character, the only interesting thing Iron Man ever did was like Demon in a Bottle, and even then he was just sad. You know, it was just kind of like
I really dug how in the comics, like when Carol was struggling with becoming Captain Marvel, like she had that little bout with alcoholism too, and Tony's like, "Look, I've been there.
Yeah,
you don't know that." That was a really cool thing too. But other than that, Thor and Iron Man were not up there. You can make an argument for
Donald
Cap
Blake
because it's Captain America. You can make an argument for Cap, but even then, it's nowhere near as popular as he is now.
Yeah, well, the MCU made all of those characters like those movies sold more comics. Captain America was great though. Captain America was a big deal, and because he started out as a big deal, it's like the death of Captain America was just about as crazy as the death of Superman because those characters what they represented and whatnot. Iron Man and Thor represented nothing to the American culture.
No.
Like, even though, like, Iron Man was a great representation of some of it, he just wasn't, that wasn't a popular character. Like, none of the Avengers, like, the name Avengers was, but, you know,
For sure. For sure. And again, they were just like, look, these individual comics aren't selling. Let's put them together. Let's salvage it and make some money, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four would cameo in other people's comics to try to boost sales for those characters. But no, like, look, it all worked out, right? Because now the characters that we like, the B-listers, are now A-list characters.
Even C-listers, man. Look at Ant-Man. I can't believe to see Ant-Man up there. It thrills me. Is it Pym? No. Is it Lang? Yes. That's, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Just to have Ant-Man on the screen is insanity to me.
Right.
That's crazy. Like, that is crazy. Yeah, back in the day, I can't believe that. I remember, I don't know. I just remember, like, the action figures that they had. It's just insane. Yeah. McKay says basing the MCU Avengers off the original Ultimates team was their best move. Worked out way better than the Ultimates themselves, which fell all the way off. And you are absolutely correct. Yeah, that, boy. But, you know, what was funny was that it did still show that people were interested in those characters because the comic did sell, but yeah, it fell so far off.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
They were trying to reinvent the wheel almost in a lot of aspects. Like,
boy,
you didn't. I like the idea that they kind of pushed Cap to be, what was it, like, more Pearl Harbor, right?
Yeah, very though.
Yeah, but like they lead. He was more U.S. agent than U.S. agent was.
He was more, like, I'd say he's more racist if you want to go with that. You think this A on my head stands for France? I was like, I remember reading that. I was like, dang, Cap. I was like, you just offended a whole country.
The going Ultimates route, at least in the beginning, where it's kind of more grounded, though, was a very good move.
That's what I always talk about. Like, whenever I feel like Thor could land in my street because of these movies. Right. They feel so grounded in our reality. They feel current. They don't feel like in the future. Right. And I think that's the coolest thing about them is that feeling of, like, some of this stuff may not be that far off. I don't know. That's cool, man. I realize, you know, it is a comic film and that it is fantasy, but the whole point of like a great fantasy has to have something grounded in a little bit of reality.
Right. Immerse yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's
the coolest thing. It goes back to, like, the variety, right? You have the crazy cosmic stuff, but then you have, like, Spider-Man getting paid in churros to, like, give people directions.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything, honestly.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, they've man, I love the MCU. I think it's cool. I like the fact that they touch on issues in a smart way as well, like real world issues. I think that's what I'm most excited for, to see X-Men. Like, just the way Feige has handled everything and everything. Like, I'm really excited. Samuel Hernandez.
Oh, I saw that.
He's talking. Here we go. Man, you're hilarious.
Sam,
God, we got jokes.
I like the Justice League. You don't need to pick fights here, man. We're fine.
Yeah, everybody's totally fine. We're just talking about it. So, but yeah, that's cool, man. I'm excited to see the X-Men. I'm excited to see actually everything, since they've proven us that they can do so well with things. I'm just like, man, what are you gonna do, man? Yeah, go nuts with everything.
I am not worried, but just so curious how they're going to bring an entire race of people, essentially, with the mutants into the MCU, because that's just a lot of characters, man. That's why I was so, like, angry, like legit angry whenever people were like, Wanda's going to create all mutants. I'm like, you lose Magneto, you lose Nightcrawler, you lose Mystique,
everything.
You lose everything.
Yeah.
And it's a knockoff of the Inhumans, and, like, that would be a lazy way to do it.
That'd be
Kevin Feige's smarter than that.
Dude, that'd be a gut punch. The fact that those characters are born different, not made different. Like, I know every now and then you'll get one that's like, oh, they turned him into a mutant, and then we have to struggle with this thing. Okay, that's a character. It's one.
Sure.
You know, something like that. Like, don't. But it was like, dude, those characters are born like that. You know what I mean? Like, they cannot change. Like you said, like Nightcrawler, somebody who cannot change his appearance and always like that. And like random characters like Sammy the Fish Boy and stuff like that. Just all sorts of the ones that are just so Barnell Husk, like Beak.
Yep.
Dude looks like a chicken, man. It's like you know, and you're stuck like that. And I love that's some of my favorite that's some of my favorite stuff, and I'm excited to see that. But yeah, how do you blend? It's gonna be crazy. It's almost like, I swear, it's almost like how Spider-Man entered the MCU, like under ruse, and here he is. It's like, what?
Right.
How did that happen? How did you guys?
Right.
We've been like that's you. They've been kept a secret. How? You must have had one hell of a telepath, or something like that, trying to keep them secret. Some kind of like, you remember how like Cerebro could enhance, like, what do you do?
Yeah, honestly, just have like a small pocket of like the main, like the main five, like Angel, Beast, Cyclops, Jean, all those guys, and just have Magneto's, the Brotherhood, and then like what we saw in WandaVision with the Infinity Stone, like it unlocks the potential in like a bunch of other people, but we still have those established mutants, like Colossus, like Nightcrawler, just hiding out somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
easier said than done.
Yeah, that's I think it'd be really fun. I'd love to sit in on that, those talks, just to see what the ideas are. Not even the one that's gonna work, but what are they cooking with?
Right.
Right. Yeah, because right now it's gonna be tough with Magneto. Magneto's a tough one. It's a real tough one. Like, because if you want to keep that, like, tried and like, if you want to keep it the true comic origin, I mean, it's still great, but it's like, man, I mean, he's still around in books at this point. You know what I mean? Like, so there's no, you can't, like, you can do the aging and whatnot. I think what sucks is like, I think there's a good opportunity for a change in the character there to represent, but you can also tell a lot of stories utilizing these characters in the same way. So
sure, absolutely.
I think it's going to be interesting. I think, I saw Liddell talking about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange fails at something and cracks the universe, and they just appear like the snap.
Yeah. Doctor Strange is trying to make a cup of coffee, says the wrong spell, and then they all just fall into his kitchen.
Just having a bad morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to God we don't get an origin story on X-Men. You can always like those, talk about it, but
just release those. You know how they were going to make the X-Men origins after Wolverine? They were going to make like Colossus, Cyclops. Just release those.
Yeah, if you just want to do just a few of them, man, as long as like everything from the old films is not part of it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just can't. I man, as just a gigantic X-Men fan, especially a huge Nightcrawler fan, I look back at the old movies and I'm like, they can just stay in that universe, just like the Snyder universe. Y'all, you can have it.
Okay. So with Snyder, I know you don't like Snyder, but I think we live in a time now where we could potentially have both. Especially since we're trying to do the multiverse stuff.
Sure.
Have Snyder play in his sandbox on HBO.
Yeah.
Have those people hang out, and then you can have like your Robert Pattinson Batmans and the other Wonder Woman movies and everything like that. I feel like we could live in a time where we could have a little bit.
Well, yeah, and I think they should do it because of the multiverse. I mean, like you said, like that. Why not? I think it'd be hilarious.
That's the one thing that, DC. I feel like they should have jumped on that sooner, but I'm glad they're jumping on that. With the whole multiverse and alternate Earths idea, because that's one of like my favorite aspects of DC Comics.
Oh yeah, it's huge. Crisis, Crisis is crazy, man. Like it's like, and that's all I can think of is like, it would be so great. I would love to see like an Aquaman see Momoa, and for those two to like just like quash the jokes. You know what I mean? Like I know there's going to be jokes between both of them. Let both crowds tie on that one. Let them knock, and then by the end be friends.
Well, so they try to do that with this past DC CW crossover, because they did adapt Crisis on Infinite Earths, and the movie, I guess itself wasn't that good, but there's a lot of like establishing like all DC media, they're just alternate Earths. Like even Ezra Miller's Flash and Grant Gustin's Flash like meet and they like speak to each other.
Yeah. And
there's like cracking jokes at each other. And it was actually like a pretty good scene. And they even set it up to where like Ezra's Flash gets his name from Grant Gustin's Flash. Cause he's like, who are you? He's like, I'm the Flash too. He's like, the Flash? He's like, yeah, the Flash. He's like, The Flash.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
So like cool stuff like that. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. And like something that I don't know if I want Marvel to do that exact kind of thing necessarily, like have
Yeah.
every Marvel thing be its own Earth. But I just the idea of the multiverse anyway. It's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
comic tropes. That's like why the Flash one of my favorite characters.
I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I'd be down for. I'm very. I know it's gonna be good, so I'm just excited to see whatever it is.
For sure.
Don Draper said, "Just give me a Scott Eastwood Gambit movie." Dawn,
No, Channing Tatum.
oh, Dawn, I really like you, but Scott Eastwood, I feel like if he got that job, Clint Eastwood would be like, "Thank God he's out of the house. Just get him out of my basement. He can't act. He can't do anything. That poor guy. He might have a look."
Yeah,
But can he?
but he needs to act.
Yeah, he has to be able to act, man.
Like another Hemsworth, like Liam. Like he looks cool. He's a good looking dude. He cannot act.
Yep. You need to get a French actor, man. Get a good French actor that I don't even care if you've seen it before. I would rather. I wish the X-Men team could be made up of like just fresher faces. Maybe if they've done 2 or 3 films, and just give all these guys. If he just because he looks like Gambit though, God, that just doesn't do it for me. I don't know, man.
It's like those Instagram fan castings, like Ronda Rousey looks like Captain Marvel. Put her in a movie.
She's a woman with blonde hair. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, what is acting at this point? It's like, man, thank God you were born with the right hair. You got the job. You got it. It's like, whew, glad I grew this out over the summer. Cha-ching.
It's funny though because like with a lot of these, I think a lot of people nowadays are more open to like different people playing characters that they don't look like them in the comics.
Yeah.
Like I remember James Gunn. He was like, when I was auditioning for Star-Lord, I auditioned people of every race.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, look, I don't need someone that looks exactly like Peter Quill. I just want someone who can embody who the character is. Anthony Mackie auditioned for Star-Lord.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's Falcon, man. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love what he's brought to that character. I love that character. I like the movie. It's rare that I like the film version better than the comics, but man, Falcon just had a good start.
Right.
Now I like I get it in the books. I like it when a character can, overcome odds and stuff like that. But man, I don't know. He was written improperly, like just very inappropriately and whatnot.
For every Jon Stewart who's like, I'm not going to wear a mask because I don't want to I'm already a black superhero. I want to display that proudly. For every hero like that, you have Junkie Falcon.
Yeah.
Who Captain America like adopted and took under his wing. But
it's rough, man. That is so tough. Like that is just. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, this is a new age, man. It's a time to change that up for sure. Yeah, and man, Mackie, I just love the fact that they didn't just have his like therapy and psych, mind go to a waste, and for him to actually utilize that, I thought that was great. I love that therapeutic moment that he had, and of course. I love the fact that he's getting through to somebody and who comes barging in and ruins it. I was like, oh, it must be old John. It's like, come on, John.
Looking strong, John.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, dude, looking strong, John.
Looking strong, John.
Getting slapped around, dude. It was so good. I was like, oh, man, it's too good.
But sometimes you got to get knocked down before you can get back up. Be better. Break yourself down, build yourself up, be better.
That's true. But sometimes whenever you get knocked down like that, you go kill somebody. Yeah, you're like, that's a little rough.
It's only been about a week that he's been on the job.
I was going to say Captain America.
Growing pains? Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm like, geez, dude. It's crazy.
I saw Austin earlier mention that he's not a fan of the multiverse, and I've seen a bunch of people, even like hardcore comic book fans they're the same way.
I get it. I mean, it's like one world, but man, why be limited to just one?
It's fun stories.
Yeah, there's been so many fun things in the multiverse that I'm like, yeah, I can't. Like, I would have hated to never have gotten Red Sun Superman. That would suck. Like, that
Right.
was that's just like one of my favorite crazy what if multiverse stories, you know?
Or
And then
like Gotham by
especially,
Gaslight.
yeah, dude, absolutely. Oh, that was a good animation, man. I watched that for the first time not too long ago, and that was one of the good ones.
Yep.
Yeah, like yeah, then you cry and you go to bed. Yeah, that's what you have to do. You get upset, you go cry, and you go to bed, dude. Yeah, yeah. I think Gambit's gonna be a fun one, man. He's gonna be something interesting. I'm excited to see. Like, I just wonder who they're gonna bring in as their core X-Men. That is I think that's on a lot of people's minds, man. It's and we're just chomping at the bit to get that.
Who's gonna be? That's why everyone was like, they're gonna pop in WandaVision, right? Like Magneto's gonna show up.
No, they're smarter than that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
You have to wait a while.
Yeah, keep your fanfic in your pants.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, absolutely. I was like,
Come on,
oh
man.
my gosh, dude. That's oh man. Yeah, and I love seeing the fan castings and all that stuff because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just
Do you
too
see
funny.
people wanted John Cena as the Thing for Fantastic Four? I've seen John Cena and Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's voice lends itself to a gravelly, but his laugh would be too Seth
It's the
Rogen.
laugh. It's the laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just to him, man. I actually enjoy Seth Rogen. I think he's fun. I think he's a great guy as well. But
Chris Jordan is on the Channing Tatum as Gambit train. Thank you, Chris Jordan. You've been promoted to super lieutenant, second in command to me of the channel.
yeah, Austin said you can still have Gaslight, Red Sun, just completely separate movies, not connected to each other at all. You could have, but they're not. So like at that point, you just kind of you gotta just take it because they're actually connected.
And even if like you have the alternate Earth, that doesn't necessarily mean they're all gonna like meet up with each other, right? Like how many times has Red Sun popped up in main canon? Like once in like what DC tried to do their like Battle World kind of thing.
Yeah, and it didn't. It was like, all right, that was it.
Boo!
But it's so much fun. There's nothing more fun than when like the different Flashes meet up. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
it's just that's probably. And I'm not like the biggest Flash fan. I don't hate the Flash or anything. I just never.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed a lot of the Flash. I obviously have my character, but reading whenever those guys meet up, there's always fun involved. I don't care if it's
Right.
animated, if it's in the comics, and every single story. Whenever any of the Flashes meet, it's always fun because they are family, but even when they're not related, they seem related, and I think that's
Absolutely.
like always. I don't know if that's just like a rule on DC's wall that's like, hey, if you write the Flash and they meet up with another Flash, treat them like they're family. I love that. I always thought that was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was
That
always
was-
fun to me.
Mhm.
Idris Elba, Mr. Fantastic, man, Liddell, where you go? Liddell wants Idris Elba as everybody.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I would get. Ah, man, after Heimdall, it makes me so damn
It's John
sad.
Krasinski. It's John
Yeah.
Krasinski is Mr. Fantastic, right?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. After watching The Quiet Place, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that, please. I was like, dang,
Oh,
this dude's really
why not?
good. Yeah, I'd be down for that. Got such a all shucks face that
Yeah.
if they went with like that kind of like old school stuff, like the that classic wholesome family, those two, like, obviously seeing that they are married and they have like amazing chemistry
They
on
have that
screen.
chemistry. Yeah.
I mean, dude, why not go for it? Make it real, make us feel it. It's so good.
Sure.
Oh, dude, yeah. I like the I love the multiverse idea, especially in DC films, because I don't like the Snyder stuff. So it gives me an opportunity to see things in canon that I like. It's really cool.
Exactly.
I think it's
That's
actually
what I'm saying. Like, have a mix of both. For something for everybody.
yeah. I don't understand what's wrong with that. Like I don't that
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be restore the Snyderverse and then delete everything else. I feel.
no. And I mean, yeah, I'm fine with the thing existing because it does. You know, there's nothing I can do. And there has been some cool things that I've seen come out of it. Like, I love Jeremy Irons as Gordon, but I also love Jeremy Irons as Ozymandias in the Watchmen show. Is that
Right.
canon with DC? Um, I don't think so, but maybe. If it was, it'd be great because the show's phenomenal. But you know,
Yeah.
there's the same actor playing something there, but I don't know.
Also, if you weren't hoping that What If would be just standalones, then you might be a little disappointed, honestly.
Yeah, about to say what ifs of. Oh man, I can't.
I mean, I know you don't look at like posters and stuff, so I won't say anything. But
Yeah,
there was some art.
that's exciting. I don't even know. I don't know what you're referring to because I haven't seen the poster, but whatever you're saying sounds very exciting. Because
Yeah.
from what I've seen coming from that show,
A lot of cool stuff.
so excited. What did I say? Gordon? I mean Alfred.
You said Gordon, yeah.
Well, you didn't correct me. You just let me keep going. You did.
I
You
was
said
like,
you
yeah,
like
chat.
you fool.
I was like, go have the chat. Let the downvote speak for themselves.
Let the down. You just lost all these views. Everybody's like, Alfred.
Everyone's leaving.
Alfred. Alfred. You mean Alfred? J.K. Simmons is Gordon. Alfred. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Alfred, you idiot. You don't like comics at all. It's like when you were on Wade's stream and they were like, this guy doesn't like these. Boo!
Yeah, they're like, oh my god,
Yeah,
he must have not even watched the Snyder Cut. I'm like, guess what?
I get it. Yeah.
I watched the first one.
I like how some people are like, you just gotta power through. I'm like, look, I like the thing.
No.
I didn't have to power through. If you have to tell someone to power through, it ain't worth it.
Hey,
Unless it's like,
if somebody tells me I have to power through something, and they're like, and you know, like I know they're gonna talk to me about it later, I will tell them the exact same thing later. I didn't watch it. That immediately tells me right off the bat, like I'm gonna hate it. I mean, that is the worst. That is the worst thing you could say to somebody who's on the fence. It's like, just power through.
Well, so here's the thing. I think in terms of like I guess 4, if you want to count Wonder Woman, since that was kind of in canon with the Snyder stuff. Of those 4, I think this might be the 3rd or 2nd best. I still think Man of Steel is the best, but here's the thing. I already like those movies. If you hated everything before that, there's nothing in this that will change your mind at all. Like, you might watch it and power through it and be like, okay, that was objectively a better movie. Still not for me. Like, that's how I feel like your reaction would be, even if you're able to finish it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tried, man. I kind of, like I said, I watched the up to where it said chapter 2, and I was like, man, even Christine, she's like, nope. She's like, we're too much alike at this too. She's like, I can't do this. I was like, it's gonna be a waste of our time, and it's 4 hours long, babe.
Right.
No.
I kind of dug that it was like split up into chapters because I like watched chapter 1. I was like, cool, I'm gonna get dinner, and I came back like 2 hours later, and then like I watched another chapter or 2, and then I'm like, I gotta do chores. So I just pause and play or whatever. So
yeah, just take a break.
It's like a Justice League miniseries essentially.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I've only liked a couple of the DC films. I'm hoping for a better and brighter future.
Right.
You know?
I'm one of the few lunatics not really looking forward to the Pattinson Batman movie, honestly.
More Batman. I hope it brings
more Batman, and it looks like what we've seen before, honestly, with the Nolan stuff.
It looked more like Daredevil. That guy goes hard.
Oh,
it looked pretty violent, man. I mean, but I don't know. It's just, once again, like, it's like the violence is selling in DC, and that's not what DC was about, really. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Right. Like, why does it have... That's why I think I like Shazam so much, is because... And the Wonder Woman films, it's like they were able to cut down a lot of the violence.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not against violence. Obviously, I watched The Boys, and I read The Boys in college, and we've got Invincible and all these Garth Ennis comics that I've read and whatnot. I enjoy, if it's written well, it's written well. But man, like I remember the moment where I'm sitting there. I remember when Superman killed Zod, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's That's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like you didn't stick the landing, and everybody will fight back and forth on it, and I'm not going to get into that argument.
Also, another example, we lost another great villain. Like Michael Shannon crushed it in that movie. Wouldn't it have been cool?
Every
like
movie.
He gets thrown in the Phantom Zone. He comes back, teams up with like Lex Luthor.
Yes.
You know, forms the Legion. Like that would have been.
Yes.
Cool.
Like I hate when superhero films feel like they have to kill off the villain. I'm like, why? Because we've never gotten like this gauntlet of villains, man. Like, well, this Legion. Like, how are we gonna get that if you kill them off?
Whoever does that first, I feel like that's the next big like hurdle to jump through.
Yeah,
Like,
and it seems like they try to do it with Suicide Squad, but it's like, no, we need the big ones.
We need bad guys against heroes at this point.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I want, and that's what I feel like. It's always heroes versus heroes at this point, and you're not giving your villains enough spotlight when they're so incredibly well done. And yeah, it's like, man, why do that? Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. Yeah, and I remember watching like Batman just mow through cars with his guns and I'm what is going on? What? Like, this guy should be arrested. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is crazy. Menace. Like, how is GCPD? No wonder Batman's doing what he's done for so long. It's the worst police department on the planet.
Have you seen all the memes? It's like Batman. It's like Batman coming in to save the day. Me, the dude that was just trying to buy weed illegally, and it's like his body's all mangled.
He's just dead.
He's like, now dead. Talk. And he was like, I was just trying to buy bootleg DVDs.
He's like, not in my town, not in my city. I'm like, oh my god, he shot his leg off. One of the things
that always like is ridiculous to me, even in the comics, is how like superheroes like never kill. I'm not talking about like someone dies like inadvertently, like, or whatever, but like they're like superheroes never die. Like Batman's never killed a person. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like there's comics where he like kicks people off of buildings, then he's like, he'll live. I'm like, in heaven, beyond.
He doesn't kill.
Oh my god. No, I get what you're saying. Like a lot of like Batman, like, yeah. Just being like, I don't like, if there's some, like if I'm trying to save a cat out of a tree and there happens to be some people standing in the way, I don't give a shit about the people. I'm just saving the cat, even if I break every bone in the people's bodies on the way to the cat or whatever. But I really wanted a movie with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Irons, because I feel like that would have been the closest we would have gotten to like an Arkham game, like on the big screen kind of movie or anything. Like I can imagine like a Mr. Freeze or a Poison Ivy in a Ben Affleck Batman movie, but not in this like Robert Pattinson, like more grounded Daredevil-esque kind of world that we're looking at.
Yeah. Expanding Main said, talking about Gal Gadot, said she can't act her way out of a wet paper bag and she's built like an ironing board. That is a disgusting comment.
Yeah, man. She started off not as a great actor, Fast and Furious, but she's gotten better.
And if you don't think she can act, all right, it's one thing, but we're not gonna body shame.
We're not gonna.
You're not body shame. But yeah, I think she's I like the Israeli accent.
That's a really cool thing. Something you never even think of, like with how Tom Holland added the Brooklyn accent to Peter. Okay. Like we've been reading comics for years, and we're like, yeah, Wonder Woman and Peter are from these specific regions, but like we never even thought to like add the accents to them, like in our heads or anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just brings them into reality a little bit more.
That's good. Let's see here. Oh, cool. You can put somebody in a timeout. That's dope. Can you believe that? That's amazing. That's great.
Come back when you think about what you've done.
Yeah, that's not nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was fun because watching I think Christine watch Wonder Woman was awesome. I'd never seen her. It was like her superhero film.
Sure.
It was so really cool. I don't know, man. It was awesome. Like I remember watching her watch that, and when she stepped out of the movie theater, like that affected her, man. It shook her, dude. She was just like she's like, I'm gonna have to have an ice cream sandwich and take a nap. Like that was it, dude. And she did. She had two, and she's like took a nap. She had two. And she took a nap, man.
Yeah.
I remember watching that. And I loved it, man. The only thing I didn't like about the Wonder Woman, the first film, was I didn't like what they did with Ares. That mustache, bro.
Little mustache.
It's a me, Ares. I was like, nah, no thanks. But then that actor, I was like, God, why'd they leave the mustache? Even the figure that came out of him didn't have the mustache. It was like just that shadow face. I was like, cool, that looks awesome. Oh, Austin, you can't be serious. Megan Fox would have made a great Wonder Woman. Oh,
About it. Ain't about it.
I don't think we're thinking of the same universes here.
Are you thinking about the same kind of movie?
Yeah, what kind of movie are you thinking of? Shame on you.
Yeah. What kind of movie are you thinking about, my friend?
There's sites that require credit cards for that.
Yeah.
Yuck. Yeah. Man. Well, bless old Megan Fox.
Bless Megan Fox. Yeah, she does what she does. Well,
wait, who was it? Somebody was talking. The ladies in the office the other day were talking about how I think she has a odd thumb.
She has club thumbs.
Yeah, was that it?
You got the toe thumbs. That was Corey.
It was Corey. It was Corey.
Got the club thumbs, and I'm like, yeah, Corey. Imagine being as alpha as Corey. Megan Fox was up to you. He's like, hey, you and me right now, and he's like, I don't like your thumbs.
No.
Imagine.
No way, not happening. Not gonna happen.
I got standards.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see, that's odd. See, Honor Dream says, my sister isn't into superhero movies, but Wonder Woman is the movie that she loves, and now her daughter runs around with a Wonder Woman cape and tiara. That is awesome. That is awesome. To give a little girl that. That's nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an example of why representation, it's important,
Yeah,
you can't just leave it. You can't just leave it at, woman superhero. You got to add character and everything to that.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, no, examples like that. Christina, I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
There it look. Casting cape. Thumb shaming.
Shaming. Yeah. Casting thumbs.
What's up, Ben Jan? Glad you made it. Yeah, that's your wayward pinky is grotesque. What the hell, Chris Jordan? Oh.
I have standards.
Yeah.
A good lady.
Yeah. No, you're. Excuse me. Can I see your thumbs? Sure.
It's like those speed dating things. He's like, you got 3 minutes. Or number 1, show me your thumbs.
Thumbs up. Nope.
Go.
Next.
Go. Next.
Next. No. Like I said, those old dating VHSs where it's like, hi, my name's Jason. I am an accountant. I really like Doritos and I hate gross thumbs. It's like, what? So if you've got gross thumbs, then use those big old honkers to hit the fast forward button because I ain't your man. Like, what? What?
You okay, man?
No.
You're recording over Dancing with the Stars for this?
A girl made fun of me once and I hate them all now. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Yeah. I guess we'll move past that subject.
He's going through a rough time right now.
Don Draper. He said a long index toe is a no for me.
Just poking out through the boot.
No. Like creeps over the sandal.
Yeah.
Damn. Draper, what the heck? You killed me. Damn it, man. Oh, I don't know why that was so funny. A long index toe is a no for me.
Right,
Brian.
What are you asking, Brian?
Bill, in Mortal Kombat Scorpion Revenge, they kill so many favorite characters. Those people are not coming back to early.
Well said.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. I agree.
Yeah.
I try. Dude, Liddell. What the heck? You clown. You're a clown.
Are we gonna have a book of wise Liddell sayings?
Yes, we are. Liddellisms.
Liddellisms. There you
Yeah,
go.
dude. Man. You're ridiculous, dude.
Toby creeping. We ain't sleeping.
Yeah, we ain't sleeping, Liddell.
She doesn't like toys. She got weird toes. She's out. Get out of here.
Don't be
what are you doing here?
Be creeping. Yeah. Oh my god.
Don't even. Your weird toes better not touch the floor on the way out. Get out of here.
Yeah, Clayton. Damn it, Liddell. He says, "Oh yes, yeah. We're gonna start a book for you because you can't stop with it." What's wrong?
How many toys you repaired since we've been on?
0. I couldn't because we've been talking.
Having too much fun.
Well, that's what we do when we get together. So.
Go.
There was no surprises today.
Oh man!
Imagine just been sitting here crying and angry the whole time. No, no, SW. I mean, I think somebody actually might have been.
Are we toe shaming? No, we were thumb shaming.
No. We were, I don't even know if we were shaming. We were just like, apparently, some people think that Megan Fox has odd shaped thumbs.
Literally, Google Megan Fox thumbs. It's a thing. It's like an actual like medical condition or like a genetic,
really?
Yeah, genetic thing. It's like it's club thumb or something. Like not like club thumb, but like clubbed thumbs.
Club thumb, not like club thumbs, but club thumbs.
Yeah, not like but like.
Gosh.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I won't. I'm not gonna. I'm actually not gonna look into that.
You're gonna fall down some weird rabbit hole.
Yeah, I just know. Like, I don't really like.
You just don't want to have her IMDb for Ninja Turtles pop up.
No, I don't need anything of hers popping up, like anything. I'm just good. Thanks. You know, I'm sure she's a
Christine comes in. What are you looking at?
Be like, Megan Fox thumbs. I'm sorry.
I was googling your thumbs. I promise.
She's like, ain't right.
Yeah.
My thumb's not good enough for you. No.
Ain't right.
No. What do we do? Austin said, "I'm sorry for bringing up Megan Fox."
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Kettle corn.
You did this. Kettle corn. You did this. You
what
did
her
this.
thumbs got that I don't?
SW said, "Have they used CGI on her thumbs?" What is U2s? What is that, Brian? What are you on? I have no idea what that means.
Me too's.
Is that a young thing? Is that some kind of kid?
Too young for me.
He said it's the U2s.
Too young for me.
I was just never able to learn the guitar or type as fast as others.
Oh,
there was more to that. Turtle heads, and they're completely normal.
Your mom's kind of mean.
Yeah, Berserk. I was like, she's man. I feel like I just
picture Berserk like in his home, just chilling, just like drinking a soda. Mom walks in like she's hot shit, slams the door. Sup, turtle thumbs? What up, turtle heads? And then he's like,
hides his hands every time he's eating. I don't want you to see him. Don't look at him. Okay. Wow. Man. Oh, Ben Jan, did you go look at thumbs? What is happening?
This chat.
Dude.
You know.
It's gotten out of control, man. Why did it?
Welcome to Thumb Monday, everybody.
Christino said they look like flaccid peepees. What the? I think at that point we
look at all these people shaming Megan Fox.
I think at this point we're gonna end it on this note. We're gonna call it a night because some of us have to work tomorrow and not think about this stuff anymore tonight. Oh, Ori,
that's fair.
It has been. I want to say it has been not weird at all having you on. Will Thumbaroo. Stop, guys. We'll I'll probably have Ori on multiple times.